And we're live. Good day, everyone. Yeah, it's Sunday. It's 4:02, and we shall begin, right? Okay. And being that this is kind of following Mr. Mayo's Fab Gab, I've even called it After Fab Gab. Because if you want, we can continue with that stream here if you like. Still continue to talk about A Hard Day's Night. King, yes. And if you want to go through it some more and uh, recount some of your picks and rankings and all that, hey, you're welcome to do so. So anyone can join and take part in this. So while we're waiting for people to be leaving Joe's stream, maybe they'll come to mine. Sure. And did you notice Wes comes in with it. No, that's not a haircut. That's called getting out of the shower and deciding I'm not even gonna comb it. I'm just gonna let it see how much of a beetle haircut I got. So there you go. I'm right in the times. I got a beetle haircut today. Actually, it looks more like Mo Howard. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, it's I figure if we're going to talk Beatles, I might as well have a Beatle haircut. So this is what happens when you don't get a haircut for 3 months. Perfect. I want to hold your oh yeah, there we go. So hope some more people come on over and start this thing off and get this. And yeah, I got my Hard Day's Night at the ready in case we talk about it, and I still have my list from earlier because Jorgen, you don't like it? Oh, come on. Yes, Tom, I've become a beetle. Yes, there you go. See, I've become a beetle. Hey, I don't have to go anywhere. It's not like, oh, geez, you got to go to work or something like that, like this. No, I don't have to go anywhere. So I just let the hair go wherever it fell. I wanted to see what it would turn out like. And I didn't comb it or nothing. I just kept shaking it until it fell into place. Uh, let's see what's on the shirt. Yeah, yeah. You can see their bangs are a lot longer though. So apparently I'm an inch short, but oh well. So oh, I don't know. Anyway, we're yes, I know. That's what I said over Joe's thing. I said I got myself a beetle haircut for the occasion. Yes, yeah. So if anybody wants to join me on here, I think the link is still floating around someplace. If it didn't get up there, boop, it's back again. And if you want to continue talking about A Hard Day's Night and everybody's lists, that'd be okay. You know, get yourself heard. And I think for most people, the number one song was A Hard Day's Night. So a lot of consensus on that. And a lot of consensus mostly on the top five, but then it's a hard album to rank. It really is. I when I went to make my list, I stood there and I'm looking at the list of songs. I'm going like, where the heck am I gonna put? Oh wow, Robert P's making some product. Well, you can type every once in a while, Robert. If you hear something that you want to jump in on. Yeah, that's what it is. I looked at the 13 songs and going like, where the hell do I start? It was so tough. And I had to put something somewhere. So like I kind of I no, Wendy, it's not a toupee. I'm doing my Ringo. Ooh, yeah. What do you think? So some people are saying, hey, that's kind of cool. You got your beetle cut going. Ah, whatever. Don't worry, it won't stay for too long. It's hopefully I'll get a haircut this week. This comes after 3 months of no haircuts. So anyway, yeah, trying to rank that album was so hard. Oh gosh, what a headache. Probably one of the toughest there will be. So yeah, A Hard Day's Night is actually a good Beatles song. Exactly. I think Robert's pretty jealous of the hair. Just to have hair. Sorry, Robert B. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I got some hair. It's too bad it couldn't have been a little longer. Would have matched up more, right? See how it's right down to their eyes. But that's where it ended up. So still waiting for some joiners after 6 minutes. Hey, didn't expect this to be a solo program. I thought people would maybe come on over after Joe's, but we will see. 3 months without a haircut, Jorgen looks like Harpo Marx, and I look like Ringo Starr. Interesting. Well, this is true. There's a lot of people who say, like, I save so much money in haircuts, and then they get out a razor and they cut it even shorter. That I don't understand. There's some things people do that are going, why are they got their balding and they cut whatever hair they have, they cut it even shorter. I don't get that. Somebody will have to explain that to me. So, anyway, well, maybe I'll talk about my list, and then you can criticize my list, okay? All right, for number 13, I had "And I Love Her," which I thought, well, it's a good song, but you got to start somewhere, right? And it's not that I don't like "And I Love Her." I do like "And I Love Her," but you have to start somewhere. Somebody said in the the resentment of hair. Yes. Oh, good. I've got a helper. Hello, Jorgen.
You looked a little bit lonely, so even though I know nothing about Beatles, I can join you for a while.
Oh, good. Did you make a list for Hard Day's Night?
I never heard anything but the title track, so I don't know.
Oh, you've never heard this? You don't know?
No.
Oh dear.
I own 3 Beatles singles. They're all I own of the Beatles.
Oh wow. Well, we'll just go along with this and see how it goes anyway. But I had put "And I Love Her" at number 12.
You can guess what song is number 1 for me.
Number 1 for just about everybody was "A Hard Day's Night."
Yeah, that's the number 1 and the only one. I know.
It was most people's number 1. It was like pretty much a consensus that yeah. Oh, what's it Tom say here? We got to make Jorgen a late Beatles bloomer. Oh, maybe. Yeah.
And we got Harpo Marx and we got Ringo Starr. That is.
Okay. Number 12, I put. Oh, I missed that. I was busy looking at my list. Number 12, I put "If I Fell."
You're not going to wait until the other one comes in. They may come in during the show.
Well, this is true, but it's already 9 minutes in, and this is already being kind of lonely. Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure that they will come in maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Well, we'll see, but we got to do something to make up time, right?
Okay.
So we just can't just stare at each other. It's not very entertaining. Yeah. Harpo. Hey. All right. So anyway,
I don't know where to point to that direction.
You always go opposite. Like if you're to my right, I'll look left. Right? Yeah. Something like that.
You
But
know how to make? Do you people know how to make that special Doc Docus haircut? You put a food bowl over your head and work your way around with a scissor.
or you just don't comb it after you get out of the shower. That's what I did. And like it was wet. I didn't bother. I just every once in a while just shook it, just to make it fall. Otherwise, it started to stand up. And I'm going like, no, I don't want it to stand up. I want it to lay flat. And I just shake it and shake it. Still wet, shake it.
Headbang Doc Docus style.
Yes, yes. And actually, it turned out all right. Except that I noticed that the bangs aren't long enough. See, the bangs aren't long enough. So, oh well, I tried.
You don't want to look like Sid Vicious. You want Ringo Starr.
There's Stephen Schnee. Hey, Doc. But Stephen, you missed the Fab Gab from earlier. We were ranking the Hard Days, Aces, Nights. Yes.
We haven't even started yet. You haven't started yet.
Mo's looking good. I guess. Here, we'll get Vann on wheels here. He'll tell us how Hard Days Night should have fell off, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, how night? What should have? What?
Well, do you have a ranking for tonight?
Ranking tonight. Hard Days Night. My favorite song on the album. I love the first track, but my favorite song is like I feel fine.
If I feel fine, oh yes, that's one of my favorites too.
No. If I fell.
Oh, that's where you put your least favorite song on that album?
My least favorite song is probably the title, or probably the worst favorite song is Dizzy Mrs. Lizzy because it's not as good.
No, there's no Dizzy McLizzy on this one. No, you better go get your record and start over. I'm sorry, wrong album. No, if you're not prepared,
That was a little bit hard.
If you're not
It's a little bit hard, don't you
prepared,
think? I don't even have a Beatles album.
Oh, well, wait a minute. You're gone too. No.
Well, enjoy your show then.
You got to have your list ready. Okay. One more chance, Vann. What would your number 12 song be on what Hard Day's Night?
On a Hard Day's Night.
Yes. Hard Day's Night. Yes.
Oh, okay. My least favorite or my favorite?
Your least, well,
my least favorite.
There are 13 songs on the album. You said If I Fell was your least favorite. So
no, If I Fell, that's one of my favorites. My least favorite is probably When I Get Home, probably.
Ooh. Okay. We got that. We got that. Where did I put where? I put it at number 6.
Probably the song I'll Cry Instead, but that's kind of a good one. So probably the song
Paul, help me. Paul, put the bat signal out. Help me.
No, I didn't put help me. I thought it was like I don't know if I really like the song I'll Cry Instead. It's like I'll Cry Instead is kind of used to, but yeah.
I forgot about Mr. Spock. He's got a Beatle haircut too. That's true. Never thought of that. Yeah. See, like Mo Howard, the Beatles, and Mr. Spock. All I need is the eyebrows and the pointy ears.
Oh, yeah.
Was Mr. Spock ever in the Beatles?
He could have been.
Well, the song I Should Have Known Better, I kind of like that one a lot.
You like that one a lot? How okay, let's go backwards for you, Vann. What is your favorite song on Hard Day's Night? Tick, 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 tick.
Oh, my favorite song might be I Should Have Known Better, or the song Things We Said Today, or the self-titled song, or If I Fell. Like, those are like the first songs I love. on the album, so probably I'll give those like a 8 or.
Yeah, but you can't have 3 number songs at number 1. I'm sorry.
Number 1, okay. I only
Good
pick number.
afternoon.
Okay, if I had to pick one, it would be the song I.
I'm preparing a
better
lesson,
song
so I thought I'd take a break here.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you look like Mr. Spock with a beard.
Well, I'm the Spock from an alternate dimension.
That's right. Yeah, you're the alternate dementia. Yeah.
Okay. Ouch.
His Ringo Starr imitation failed miserably, so he will be Mr. Spock for now.
He was playing bass the other day. Maybe he's trying to be Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Hey, Rachel.
Hi, vinyl community.
Yeah, welcome to the Trekker convention.
Oh, Star Trek.
We're trying to continue the Hard Day's Night.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, is that the theme today? I missed the theme.
Well, I thought maybe we could continue the Fab Gab from. There we go. Continue the Fab Gab from Mr. Mayo and.
Oh, good.
Okay, what do we need to do?
Oh, wrong album.
You can do Beatles.
I know one song of I know 2 songs of this album, and only one of them is great.
I got every reason on earth to be mad, 'cause I just lost the only girl I had. If I could find my way, I'd get myself hung up today, but I can't, so I cry instead.
Okay. Don't wanna. No.
How you doing, Doc? I'm liking the haircut. Hey,
Thank you.
Robert.
Robert B. I think he's taking.
Robert, need these.
Don't want to break from cutting.
Got a haircut.
Robert B. This was an hour ago. This was a big thing, you know.
I don't think that Doc has a Mo haircut. He's got a Beatle haircut.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think you're my favorite Beatle now.
John,
Paul, George, Ringo, and Doc.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Whoops. What's this?
Yeah, place your
You
wig
gotta
on
run. You
straight.
just got here. Hey.
He's going to a rock show. Get your wig on straight. We're going to a rock show. At the Hollywood Bowl, they got long hair.
But I thought I'd continue the discussion of this.
Okay, hold on.
If we could. Yeah.
My copy. Help Rubber Soul, Hard Days Tonight.
Yeah.
Please me, Revolve.
Wait. Look what Paul has. Yeah.
What's Paul got?
Wait. Make me just.
These are 2 Russian pressings of A Hard Day's Night.
Ooh.
So what's really interesting about it is it's missing one of the songs. I can't remember which one, but it's
And the CD box set too of Hard Day's Night. Hey guys, I'm gonna show my Hard Day's Night CD, and I'm gonna show my Hard Day's Night vinyl.
Okay.
Wait, can I show my vinyl one first? It's more easier that way.
Let me just get.
Man has.
Yeah, I got those boxes right here. It comes with the.
What's the label on that? What does that say? Menno something.
It's Melodia is the name, I think.
You put it on my lap.
It's Russian. It's in a big hurry.
Oh, the little one, but I guess the big one will be
I
first.
see that Melodia label 9 million times when I work at a thrift store.
No,
but
the third record.
Yeah, they use different labels, so
Stereo Animano. Very good.
that's the same.
Guys, the camera down so I
No,
can just
this one is.
Rachel is showing first.
What is this? This is.
Rachel
This
shows.
is this is Swedish.
There's
I got
a
a Swedish one.
There you go.
Hard Day's Night. I think the
Hard
camera
Day's
plays.
Very good. Keep that handy. You're gonna need it.
I like
I got a Swedish mono.
I think I got another copy around here. Not sure what country it's from.
Did you see how many Beetle Brad had?
Beetle Brad has more than us.
Yeah, well, he had them all laid out behind him, and it was
Doc,
like,
can you social distance us as Beatle fans?
Well, I'm already sick of it since I thought.
Zosha, there.
My iPad's in the way. I'm gonna
Here's
show my
my
CD
Canadian
now. On
pressings.
my lap. Want to say a little bit, Mom?
No.
That's all my
Okay.
Canadian pressings of it.
Okay, how many are there?
How many have I got here?
Yeah.
Looks like 10.
Love her days.
Wow. I only got one.
Yeah, I got 10 of them.
10. Whoa! Ding, ding, ding. Hooray.
That's
Now,
a
the
lot.
interesting thing about the Canadian pressings is that originally they were, of course, on United Artists, but Capitol bought out United Artists.
Ooh.
So the later pressings are actually on Capitol labels.
Yeah, I remember the UA label.
Yeah,
And
we
in
got,
fact, the one I had was the beige, like the 1978.
yeah, that's the
kind of thing.
70s style, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the original.
Hey, everybody, look at my Hard Day's Night CD.
Hold on, we got to do this with Paul first, man.
So here's the original mono, and United Artists put their
The original
mono
mono?
albums out on a red label. But the problem is, there's such a popular album, they ran out of red labels.
Hmm.
So they issued it again on the black label, which is the stereo label, but they ran out of red ones. And so, and then guess what happened?
Well, why didn't they just print up more red ones?
Well, they had to get them out there. They couldn't wait. So they ran out of black labels.
Oh, no.
And so they issued it on their blue label, which was kind of a specialty label.
Been 100 days night.
And we've been working.
There you go. I'll be my next video series is on a Hard Day's Night. I'll finish the Twist and Shout one, and I'm going to do a Hard Day's Night next.
I got to get that beige label again. That was the first one I ever.
Yeah, I got one here I can show you, and there's a really cool one that came out after that too, Rachel. What's this one?
See, I love this stuff.
I have a
George,
Christmas
you gotta
album.
get you more Beatley friendly.
Wait,
Here's
yeah,
the
it is an
camera.
album, yes.
There's like three or four. There's
You
like
need
three
more
or four
Beatles.
variations on the.
I have 3 singles.
We're gonna get you more. Yeah, that's the one I remember. That's what I had.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 variations on that. But what they came out with a really cool one after Capitol bought them out. They were still using United Artists label, but they changed. Let me show you those because these are really cool. I don't know if you've ever seen them. These aren't. They're kind of. It's another
I'll
thing.
know if I've seen it. I'll tell you I've seen it before. If not,
Okay,
I
here
won't.
we are. These are really cool. Check that one out.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
never seen it. Never seen it.
They call that the Sunrise label.
Yeah, like it's like clouds and the sun behind
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I thought
So
it
these,
was
now, what's interesting is Capitol had actually bought them out by this point, and it actually says manufactured and distributed in Canada by Capitol Records EMI of Canada.
Yeah,
They're still using United Artists label, but they're actually Capitol.
yeah, the UA there. Yeah,
wow. It's
And
in
then
I've
they
never
moved
seen it.
into the purple label, and then they did the retro rainbow after that.
yeah, purple and retro I'm familiar with, but that one you just showed, no.
Yeah, that's cool.
No.
Now this one, there's 2 variants, and I'm kind of proud to say that I discovered one of them that the experts didn't know about. And it's just a slight variation on that last. Well, that was the one I just showed you. I discovered this one. The one they knew about had more text going around the perimeter.
Yeah,
I discovered this one and have been sharing that with them. So kind of.
and if it has more text around the perimeter, that's generally an indication that it's a newer cut than
Yeah,
what
see,
you got
this
there.
one goes. The text is much further. It's almost all the way around.
Yeah,
Whereas
more
the one
writing usually indicates it's newer.
yeah, so I don't know if you can see the.
Yeah, I can see the difference. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell. Like the older one is going to be the one with less writing. The more
That's right. They
legalese
got
you
more
get-
lawyers involved, right?
There you go. Yeah, that's exactly right, Paul.
Now, did you see what Wes wrote here, Paul?
What's that?
What Wes
Okay,
does
I've
this-
got a UA soundtrack and a Capitol Retro. Yeah, I've got one of those too,
Aha.
and they're really hard to find.
Ooh.
Really, the retro, the '80s ones?
Yeah, they're kind of hard to find. I've only seen a couple in the wild. There's one right there.
There we go. Ooh.
Wow. Yeah, I've got the retro rainbow on a couple of albums.
These
But-
are Columbia pressings.
Oh, well, that's different. Columbia?
Yeah, well, Capitol, they contract it out all the time.
Oh my gosh!
It's Capitol label, but it's actually CBS. It's Columbia.
Wow. Okay.
And not only that, the earlier ones were pressed in RCA plants.
Right. Yeah.
So crazy.
RCA and Compo were the 60s. If you get one that was made in the 60s, it was either RCA or Compo.
Wow.
Compo is just Decca. It's a subsidiary of Decca.
How do you spell compo? What is it?
COMPO.
Every
They
time,
were located in Cornwall, Ontario.
okay, every time you said compo, it made me think of CAMPAU.
No.
Compute. That's compute.
It's just Decca. If you look at a Compo pressing, it's got the same pressing ring as a Decca. That's all they are. They're just Decca pressing.
The label I don't like. I've got a John Lennon rock and roll on a green Capitol. I can't stand that label.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Is it like the discount one? It's sort of like the teal color.
Yeah, it's green. It's green. I'll see if I can find it.
It's probably that discount
because I'm redesigning everything. So
I've got a couple of the rock and roll musics on those. It's that discount line they put out.
And they're no fun if they're not in Dynaflex.
Oh, they got to be
They
Dynaflex.
gotta be Dynaflex.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. There's no way you can make a Dynaflex record and not play with it.
You know, I swear to God, that's the best way to get static off your record. Don't waste money on a static gun.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's the one, Rachel. That's the discount label.
yeah, it's horrible. I can't stand this.
Yeah, it is kind of ugly.
Wow.
It's like it's got a lot of writing. It's like 80s or something. This came out.
Yeah, they did a series of those. They had this something similar in the UK as well.
Yeah, I don't like it, kids.
Okay.
But that's still another variation.
Oh,
doesn't-
you know the one?
it doesn't
Yeah,
have to.
I know the one you're talking. I got that on. Oh boy, it never ends.
So when Buckhorn gets making the video on all the different variations, we got to have a baby blue one.
Yeah. So I got, these are just the Canadians. I got other ones too, like the UK versions and all that stuff.
There's the discount.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Music for Pleasure, MFP.
Yeah,
So there's the Music for Pleasure line.
yeah. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as ugly as the green, and it is kind of a
Well,
different.
I hate
take
what they
on the
did with
Monday.
the cover on it, though. The cover looked horrible.
Yeah,
Well, it was never good to begin with, but they just made it worse.
The green is better than the orange Capitol, I think. But you grew up with it.
Yeah.
I like the orange Capitol.
That's because you
I've
grew up
always said that they give a kid a box of crayons, you could have come up with a better one than that.
And it had gold. At least it had orange and gold working together. But yeah, but you're right, Robert. It is what I was used to. Those were the Beatles I bought. Those are what they looked like when you went down. You buy them brand new and you get them right out.
Well, yeah, me too. Like when I started buying my own, that's what they were.
Tom.
My majority were on Apple by the time I could actually afford to go and buy albums in large quantities. They were on Apple label like 71, 72. When I was 11 and 12, I got to buy most of my majority.
Yeah.
All mine in America were on Apple. A couple were on green, but most of them were on Apple.
See, we didn't do that in Canada. We just moved right to the orange. We didn't
You had
have
the red.
Apple.
I thought in 71 too. You had the red one, red target.
Yeah, we were using the red ones when you guys were using the Apple.
'Cause I like that just about as much as the Apple. I really like the red target.
Yeah, it's nice.
But I mean, there's so many variations out there. How do you keep track? You need a book.
Well,
Well, I
no,
have
we
a
have
book.
we
I got
have
a couple of
warrant for that.
I got a couple of books. That's how I built an app on my phone. I don't know, did I ever show you this?
No.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of like your shopping list when you go to the record store. Look at that. Air got to blow you up. Boom.
Blow me out real good.
I
So,
like that.
so there's your app. And then if I want to, like in the record store, I see a copy of Beatles 6, right?
Yeah.
So I hit Beatles 6. And what comes up when it works is a list of all the variations and the ones that I have are checked.
Now, is this a commercially purchasing or is this something you
No,
made
I made this
yourself?
myself.
Oh man.
Amazing.
And then, okay, so I click here, and it takes me to the details for that particular variation. So there's all the details. So when I'm in
Really
the
good.
record store, I look at that. I look at the record. I either have it or I don't. There you go. So
There's a
that's how I
question
keep
there,
track.
Paul. So
Yeah.
did any of your retro rainbows come with posters?
Not that I remember. Although the White Album did, but it's the only one that really ever had any posters.
Yeah, it's the only one that had a poster.
The only other thing was Magical Mystery Tour with the book, the insert inside, but I think they came with that. But it's funny because they stopped doing that with the purple labels, and then I think with the retros they brought it back. So I don't know.
Hey,
Oh,
son.
Dale.
The only thing I remember with the poster was the White Album.
Yeah, I never remembered any, but he's saying his copy of Let It Be had a poster with it.
Well,
Hard Day's Night may have had one too, but I
UK did, yeah, but not in Canada. We never had a poster in Canada.
When they shrunk Let It Be down to a single sleeve, they added a poster, and the inner sleeve that put your record in had the two insert, that when you open the gatefold, those two pictures
Yeah.
on the inner sleeve.
But that was just the U.S., Robert. We didn't do that in Canada.
Very short time too. They stopped
Yeah.
that, then they switched to Capital
And you
label.
guys had the Red Apple too, right?
Yeah, just in the 70 issue,
Yeah.
we had the Red Apple.
Oh, Ringo's Blast from the Past, I think, came on a Red Apple.
You're correct. It did. Yes.
Oh, Red
That's
Apple.
that's going back in the I had suddenly had a brain. I went back in time. I don't have the album anymore, Blast from the Past.
Yeah,
But
I got
back in the day it did.
To actually show that,
That was a
I'm
good
not-
album. That was a
to
good
actually
album.
show that I'm not totally gone. I may, if I'm wanting to show my 3 Beatles singles that I'm
Oh,
doing.
sure, we give you a chance. Go ahead, Jorgen.
Yeah, come on there, Ringo.
Yellow Submarine
Fantastic. It's foul.
with Eleanor
Yellow.
Rigby on B-side. I like Eleanor Rigby actually.
Is that supposed to be the Sea of Holes?
No, this is probably not.
It's
But
called
they're not gone by me. That was before I bought it.
Jorgen lives in the yellow submarine.
Strawberry Fields Forever.
Great song. My favorite Beatles song.
I like Strawberry Fields. That is a real fun song.
That's
And
my
we
favorite
have-
Beatles song.
Hey Jude.
Yeah,
and
Revolution. Yeah.
So those are the Beatles stuff I have. So now you
That's
have
pretty
to.
bad. Hey, at least you got somebody. At least you got some. There's the Red Apple.
Okay, back to Paul. Ooh,
Yeah, there it is. I had that. I got to get that again.
They had a Blue Apple too. I thought on
It was red on both sides too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's a memory right there for me. A big part of my collecting is getting back the albums I used to own, and that's one I want to get again. I found George. I got George's greatest hits. That's back in the collection. Very nice to have it back. Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl. I found that in the racks. Picked that up. So yeah, doing long rock and roll music. Got that one back. So I'm doing
We have
pretty
to
good.
send Jorgen more Beatles stuff.
Well, he's in this Fiji. We gotta contact our Beatle people in Sweden so they can reach out.
You can send me the All My Loving single because I like All My Loving.
Well,
No music, please, Van. No music.
This
had
is
a
the
photo.
first.
Go ahead. I'm sorry,
This is
Paul.
the first record I ever bought with my own money.
Ooh.
Is that the same one you had?
This is it, baby. This is the
Oh
one.
man,
It's an RCA pressing.
it's got the little characters in the writing and stuff. I wonder if
that's
did
the
the
bottom.
Oh, wow. Look at the bottom of it.
Yeah. And it's the RCA pressing.
beautiful apple.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That is a great logo, the Apple label.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah.
It even smells like an apple.
That's the very first one. I must have bought this 72, 73 maybe.
Did you know the Beatles sold lots of records? No,
Maybe a little.
I've heard that. Yes.
They
Maybe a little.
were. The Beatles were a popular band from Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's a typical Dave comment on the Beatles.
Well, other labels they did for Apple was, I think, a blue one for the single of Back Off Boogaloo. And then Harrison did the orange one on his All Things Must Pass.
Oh, yeah, I've got that.
Paul, during that fighting period, though, Paul rejected, and so did John. And Paul made sure that his wildlife had the individual pictures on instead of an apple. And
Right.
with a couple others, he said, no, I'm not putting the apple on mine. I'm putting these pictures. And then John followed suit for Imagine and a few others, but it was kind of like an apple behind his head. They were in a fight.
Yeah, I know. Sometime in New York, is it sometime in New York where John turns into Yoko, Yoko turns into John? It kind of rotates around there.
Yeah, they basically all stopped using the apple probably around 73.
Yeah, for a while there they did. Yeah.
None of Paul's albums after Wildlife had the apple label that I know of.
Yeah.
Ram did. That was it. That was the last one I remember.
Yeah.
Ram.
I remember Ram had too many, because my brother had the single of Too Many People on the B side and Uncle Albert on the A side, and that was, I remember that on the Apple.
Hmm. I do believe it was Paul who came up with the Apple idea, because he said it sounded fresh and wholesome.
Well, it's fab. Simply put, the Apple's fab.
It's actually Granny Smith is what it is.
Yes.
It is a Granny Smith, yeah.
I like it. Especially
It's a great logo.
German pressing seemed to be really nice and deep apple. Sometimes the Americans were a little funny. They had like a darker green background, and then they were a little faded, where the UK had bright ones.
I was always disappointed in the Rolling Stones label because it's so plain. I thought, come on, the Beatles did the apple, and all you can do is like a yellow label.
That yellow label is really underwhelming.
I just thought that was a little bit underdone.
Oh no!
Like they should have made the tongue the big for the whole thing,
Yeah, and then the side two could have been the inside of the mouth.
Yeah. They weren't thinking, were they?
Dave, the live streams are your future. Your
Yes.
future is here amongst us on the live streams.
This is true.
Whose future is that?
That's Dave, the pickup artist. He's funny.
I'm working while you guys are talking because
I'm supposed to be working.
What are you making today, Robert?
Huh?
What are you making today?
I've got an 80 CD order for all the VJ stuff. A guy's going to make a special limited edition box set, and he wants to put my CDs in it.
Ooh. So,
I bit off more than I could chew.
it always gets to be when you start. It's like, oh my gosh, this is more than I expected.
I have a lot to do.
Backs and 80 shirts, and got to make 80 records.
Hey, Stephen.
Steven's in the house.
We love Steven.
Not much.
No, it's Dr. Spock. He looks like Mr. Spock. I don't care what you say.
He's
Do
like
this,
Spock.
Doc. Do this.
Oh,
That's a really good one.
yes. I
I
got the
can't do that. I can only go this far. That's it.
That's my.
Look at Robert go. You and Robert can really do it. And Jorgen, you guys are all from the planet Vulcan.
That's right.
Third one.
I can't do that at all.
I'm from Mars or something. I can't do it at all.
Well,
Well,
the
it's
guitar
power-
playing helps when you do this.
Oh. So that means Leonard Nimoy must have been a guitar player.
He played the harp, if I remember
Oh,
correctly,
really?
from Star Trek. Yeah, the hippie episode when the hippies are on there.
Charles Napier. Remember? Adam, Charles Napier. That was a great episode. I love that episode. Man, that sounds.
Yeah. The hippies.
Wasn't
Hey,
Charles
you're really
Napier?
groovy.
Wasn't Charles Napier Alfred in Batman?
That's Alan Napier.
Or Alan Napier.
Yeah,
Oh,
Charles Napier is that big guy. He was on the A team. He did all sorts of stuff.
oh, all right. I got my
Yeah.
Napiers
He
mixed.
was the leader of the hippies.
Oh,
No, that was Skip somebody or other. Charles Napier was the musician.
Oh, okay. Because I just remember the guy with the curly blonde white.
Yeah, that's Charles Napier.
Hmm.
I think that's his name. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Great stuff.
Oh, I missed it. You're holding up something.
Speaking of curly blonde hair.
I'm just showing all the covers I have to make.
Now, see,
Oh,
this
my
is how he
goodness.
makes it.
I got to cut them out, glue them. Oh.
Yeah. But that's all cardboard, right? That's
See, you need to train the grandson to do that.
there you go.
Then you can open a sweatshop and
Even with me doing, I screwed like 3 of them up yesterday, and I hit myself. I'm like, because there were all the gatefolds, and those things are a pain in the butt.
yeah.
I have to redo. This is Beatles Tell All.
Yeah.
The album you bought, listen to it once and put it on your shelf.
So you got the Four Seasons versus the Beatles too?
Yes, I do.
I remember that. Putting the Four Seasons.
You
up
know,
there.
my sister had a copy of that, and I wish it was still around.
Well, I finished those. Thank goodness, because they were a pain to make.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one with the fold out. Look at that! Look at that! Look at
Yeah.
that!
Ooh,
You get
nice,
the
Robert.
And then you can put the record in. Oh wait, record in that side. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
And then that side you get to put. Excuse me, sorry, I'm
Nice.
so slow here. The poster that came with it,
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah, the poster's cool.
and I'm burning the CDs as we're talking. 'Cause I got 70 more, 80 more to do. Or I've
Oh
done,
my goodness.
Better you than me, Robert.
I promised more than I should have.
Dr. Smith becomes a hippie. That would have been good. Did they give him a wig for his hair?
Yes,
Jonathan Harris, great.
I remember that
Funny guy.
episode.
I got the snippets for that up on my channel.
I will remember when Homer Simpson turned a hippie and sat in a car with the real hippie guy and singing "Uptown Girl" because that was his hippie song.
Wasn't there an episode of Beverly Hillbillies when Jethro went all hippie too?
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I
Jethro
did.
goes hippie. Ah.
I probably have that. I've got 5 seasons of the Hillbilly, so it must be in there somewhere.
You know, poor
Hey,
old
John,
Max.
John, can you lean up just a bit for your shirt? Because I see the Fabs there, the top of the Fabs heads.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you got Beatles there, man. It's Fab. I like your shirt. That's a Fab.
Poor old Max Barry. He spent his life trying to live down Jethro Bodine, and it's an iconic character.
Yeah, but didn't he get into like production end of things and behind?
Yeah,
the
he ended up
camera
being
and
a
stuff?
producer. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did all right.
Do you know what I was watching? God, it was Davis Winchester sent me this video clip, and it was a male and female couple. I can't even remember their names, but they were doing a thing. But they broke up. They did improv comedy back in 1958, 59. They broke up in 1961. He ended up going off from his little comedy routine with her and directed both The Graduate and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and he won the Oscar for The Graduate.
Yeah,
Best director. Amazing. Like quite a story. He's gone now, but Nichols or something was his name.
Oh,
It was just kind of a fun thing. But the things you find when you watch a little blurb and then you start digging and researching somebody, and you find all sorts of neat tidbits about them.
I think that was Mike Nichols.
Was it Mike Nichols, maybe?
I think.
I'll look up The Graduate.
there was Nick Nichols.
Nick Nichols. It was one of those guys. I don't
One of
know.
those nickel and dime guys. Who
It was Mike Nichols. He was American film theater director, producer, actor, and comedian. He worked.
the
He was-
information age, eh? Right at your fingertips. You go.
well, you know what it is? It's Star Trek, isn't it? Star Trek. I mean,
Well, I
isn't it
guess yes,
computer?
computer. Yeah.
Yeah, you go computer working, and then you get the answer for anything you wanted to know. It's at our fingertips.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was just going to tell Robert P. that I kind of do my own kind of making homemade stuff.
Yeah, Doc's got an enterprise going there.
Yeah, but my computer that I do the burning on has died.
Oh,
So it hasn't worked all week, and every time I go to start it up, it has a little
yeah,
red.
those damn computers. After they're 15 years old, they're no good for nothing.
I know.
The computer died or the burner died?
The whole computer died.
It won't come on at all?
No, when I turn it on, a little red light comes on that never used to come on before. I'm going like, what the heck? You know, and I shut it off, turn it back on, and And oh boy,
Sounds like
I think it's signaling death. So
5 minutes to counting, 5 minutes to explosion.
depends how old you had it.
many years. There's not even a rocker switch on the back of it.
Oh, okay.
So the old thing. Oh, just shut it off and turn it. I go back there and I'm sitting there. Well, where's the rocker switch? Or
You hold the power button down 15 seconds and then like longer than 15 seconds, and hopefully you can clear all the capacitors that way. Unplug it, unplug it completely.
Yep.
From the power, then hold down the power button for like 20 seconds. It'll clear all the capacitors inside, and then plug it back in and try again just for kicks. I mean, it's one way of cleaning out if there's an issue with one of the capacitors or something.
Okay.
Yeah, give that a shot. And try swearing at it very loudly, too.
Well, I was doing that this morning because mine's 6 years old upstairs next to my TV, and I tried 6 times to boot it and just kept going to the Dell screen. It's a little baby Dell. And I just finally undid the power, held it down, cleared the capacitors, turned it back on, and came back up. But I don't know what your noise issue is. It's usually a warning.
Gonna
Gonna burn up.
Yeah.
Doc, I want to thank you for hosting me today. Soup just arrived. It's all good and it's got veg and all sorts of stuff in it. So I'm gonna power this down and it'll warm my cockles because it's still chilly out. It's that time of year.
Nothing worse than cold cockles.
Oh yeah, I don't want my cockles cold. A lot of people wonder if I even have cockles.
Wow.
But anyway, Doc, I love you, and I am going to get the hell out of here. I love you. Take care, everybody. Thank you, Paul, Jorgen, Robert, and beautiful Vann. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Just because I don't use them every day doesn't mean I don't need them.
You
more.
got your cockles. You're doing good. All right, guys. Bye.
Okay. And that was the lovely Rachel, the
Well,
music.
it's supposed to be 18 and over, I thought. So
Yeah.
we do have a small guest, young
Yeah.
guest.
Well, where can I go to the supermarket and get a box full of cockles?
I want to know how you're getting your hair to stay like that.
Are you jealous?
Yeah, kind of.
I just before you came, I had actually a little lesson on how to make your own Doc haircut. You put a food bowl over your head and work your way around with the scissors.
Cereal bowl. Yeah, you got it.
I haven't had a haircut in 3 months.
That's what I did to the girls
So,
when they were young.
I get mine. I'm ready to get one tomorrow. I'm heading out to get mine done.
Well, I've been ready for 2 months, but in the shower today, I'm just, like you're lathering up and I got hands full of hair doing that. I'm going like, it's so long. I says, what happens if I just don't even bother to style it or dry? Just,
If my hair looked like that when I hadn't cut for 3 months, I would be dancing with joy. Instead, I
don't
look like
complain.
Oh, wait, look
Instead,
at
I
all
look
that
like
hair you got.
between Harpo Marx and Krusty the Clown.
You got lots of hair. Look at that. When was the last time you got a haircut?
Maybe it's 2 months before Christmas.
Okay, wait another month. You'll catch up.
Yeah, I look like a Krusty the Clown and Harpo Marx in a bad day.
But it's just that I see I just happen to have this shirt that the bangs don't measure up. I need another inch on the front.
Van's got hair to spare.
Yeah. Ooh. So I was practicing doing my Ringo shapes today.
I used to care about 30 years ago. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I lost it like when I was 33. So it's like, who cares?
Hair is overrated. You got to pay to get it.
Trials of aging.
I'm jealous of Paul's beard a little. Mine doesn't get that. If I grow it that thick, it starts to curl up and gets really kind of wiry. So I keep it.
Well, I got to get mine. I'm going to clip mine later on. See, my hair cutter, she can't do it because of the COVID thing. I can't take my mask off. So I got to do it myself.
It's a hoax. It's a hoax.
Well, it's not that hard. I think on the back of my electric razor, just flip up the little blade. Give it a little.
Well, I bought a pair of sheep shears, and I can just go, like that. And stuff.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's all I do. I put mine on.
You can get trimmers that I got one at London Drugs. It was like $35. They're not that expensive.
Ooh, London Drugs. I haven't heard that name in a long while.
Yeah, they're the big deal out here.
That's like the Canadian Tire of drugstores.
There's a lot of London drugs out our way. That's for sure.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was in Vancouver and I was shown a London Drugs store, and I went like, "So what's so great about London Drugs?" And we went in there and it's like,
oh, they're
all this kind of stuff. And this is like
you can get anything you want there. It's a massive place.
Yeah, so it's like Canadian Tire is.
And they're stocking vinyl too.
Yeah, well, they had a whole entertainment thing. So that was 20 years ago. So I can imagine what they've got now. You could get anything. Yeah. Get a box of vitamins and a.
No, they're like the old Zellers, like only it's better quality. But yeah, they're huge. They're huge.
Dang, I miss Zellers. Dang, all we got is Walmart. That's all we have. Sears gone. That's the only department store left, if you can call it that.
Do they have like a Fred Meyer or anything out by you guys?
No.
Alaska, they do. I just curious if they had one by you.
No, so Target came, 2 years ago, roughly, 2 or 3 years ago.
Well, they bought out the Zellers, right?
They bought out the Zellers so that they could move in, and they just had a horrible time trying to make their stores work, and they just said, screw it, let's get out of here.
They didn't really even last a year.
About a year and a half, barely, if that.
Yeah.
So like but I was never a fan of Target stores in the first place.
No.
So like I've been to Target stores over in Detroit, and it's like you walk in and the shelves are empty. So when they said, "Oh, look, Target's coming to Canada," and everyone was going, "Yay!" and I'm going like, "All I remember are empty shelves. What's this?"
Yeah.
So when they finally did open, at least here in our wonderful Devonshire Mall, there were people lined up like it was Black Friday. It was to get into Target because everyone was so excited. They got in there and saw all the empty shelves and walked back out without buying anything and said, "Oh, nothing here." And then a month or a year and so later, Target announces they're closing.
Yeah, they didn't last very long.
No. So Target was gone, Zellers was gone, Kmart was long gone, Sears left. So now all we have is Walmart. So
yeah, and the Bay is struggling.
And the Bay is struggling.
They were always too expensive anyway, but.
Well, yeah, but I used to like Sears.
Oh, Sears was great. Yeah.
You have Aldi by you? I like Aldi a lot.
No Aldi's here. We
well,
have.
I think it's all died to the online, right? The online has killed it all.
Yeah.
That's really what's happened.
We've got warehouse type supermarkets like.
Jorgen have Aldi out there?
Pardon me?
Does Jorgen have it? Aldi's.
Not that I know of.
It's a. I think it's a. Isn't it a German?
We have our own. We have something called ICA, and we have something called Konsum. That is the biggest we have.
Oh, okay.
Besides those German low budget Lidl and those German low budget food markets.
And it might be a portion of, because that's where they're from. I think Aldi's from Germany, and so is Trader Joe's. So it might be like one of their cousins. They're a lower price store, but they do have good commodities. I mean, you just want beans and corn and soup.
Oh yeah,
they're 50 cents a can. Where else they're $1.09.
Yeah, but they're all off-brand labels, though.
No, they make their own. For most part, the German company makes their own, so they're really good.
You're never going to find Heinz ketchup in an Aldi.
No, you won't. You can get their own, but it's really good. It's decent. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't use enough ketchup to care, but I mean, my grandson does.
Yeah.
I like mayo. I'm a mayo guy, so I put mayo on my sandwiches or butter or mayo. I actually got butter yesterday for $6 for 4 pounds.
4 pounds
butter. That's cheap.
Where was that
at the Sam's Club I have near me.
Oh, okay.
They had the unsalted. They must have got it. I don't know. They usually sell salted, but they had the unsalted there. 2 giant vats of it, like big crates, filled with the 4 single pounds inside one thing or whatever. And I couldn't believe it. Usually it's $12 for 4 of them, or $3 a pound. And I got unsalted real cream butter. It says just cream. That's all it says on it. Cream. I'm like, I'll take it.
So my one of my sources for all my Beetle information, he bought one of those mono covers, Robert.
He did.
Yeah, and he's really happy with it. He loves it.
Well, the gentleman that did that said to me, I think I told you already to tell you thank you for the video. He really enjoyed it, and that he was glad for the thing coming through. Now, I had ordered 2 more monos from him,
Right.
and I told him, tell me what I owe you, blah, blah, blah. And he didn't respond, which sometimes I take that as he might just be sending them anyway.
Yeah.
But also I didn't want to keep hounding him. I'll wait, because one of them I did have planned for Mr. Doc here. And then there was another gentleman on your who really wanted one off your scrolling down, reading the comments, but he
Right.
couldn't afford it. So I thought if I could get one at a discount, then all he had to pay for was shipping.
No, that's nice.
I'll do
Good.
that. If I get them, I figure out
Yeah.
one the Doc, and I'll send
Well, my source, what they want now, of course, one thing leads to another, is they want a reproduction of the stereo slick that the record store has got. And I thought, we'll just wait a while before we go there. But that's because that's all we actually had in Canada was the stereo slick.
So they want to buy just the slick and not the actual album?
They just want the slick, but yeah. And that's kind of a.
I can ask the gentleman if he'll do that. I mean, he's making them anyways. I mean,
Yeah, it'd be less work for him, but I don't want to.
he was selling the slicks of the ones he did before, the stereos he had left over that before we corrected the color. He was selling $14.99.
Well, if you let me contact, because I think he offered to actually send me photos of both the front and the back of the slicks, so I'll get those. I'll forward them to you, and you do what you want with them.
Well, what does that mean, the front and back? What's on the back?
I don't know. I don't know what's on the back. I'm kind of curious myself. I've only seen the front.
Have the actual slick for the Canadian Butcher?
Yeah, well, yeah, there was 300 of them sent out to record stores, so they are around. They're scarce, but they are around. But these guys, they want to have a reproduction of that. They're kind of purists. I'd sooner have the jacket, but I mean, if the guy's going to make one, I'll probably get one myself.
Well, tell him send me the slick.
Yeah, I'll get the photos,
and I will send it to the guy to reproduce it, and I'll send it back. They'll have to insure it, of course. I don't know what.
Yeah, well, I don't want. I told him. I said, well, let's. I don't want to impose, because what the guy's done, I think, is a really great service, and I didn't want to impose on anybody here.
I just don't know what the difference is unless it's uncropped.
Well, I'm trying to find. Well, actually, it's got a 3-hole punch in it for one thing, because they were sent out in binders.
Well,
I got a photo of it here. I don't know. Can I
seen
share?
something similar for the U.S.
Yeah, there's a way to share. I'm not exactly sure how you do it.
Let's see if I can figure out. I can maybe share. You guys just keep talking.
I'm going to go and get a sandwich. Then I'm going to go to bed. So,
Okay. Well, Jorgen,
take care, everybody.
I
enjoy
like
your
your
sandwich. Oh, gone.
I like your 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to share here. Hang on.
Go ahead.
So there it is. Can you see that?
Yeah,
That's-
I've seen that. Mitch McGeary had even one of those for the U.S., but that's the.
You see, it's got the 3-hole punch in it.
Does it say by his elbow there? I can't.
Yeah.
It says Canada.
I don't know. It's a little small. And let me see if I can blow it up here. There we go.
That one.
Something there. It's a little cut off. I'll get the scans from this guy.
And if that says lithoed in Canada, it's been cut off.
Yeah, it's been cut off.
Yeah, I don't see any difference except for that one looks dirty and yellow. Yellowed over the years.
Well, yeah, it could just be the thing.
Darker gray. It's more green.
Yeah.
I've seen those though. There's Mitch sent me a scan of one of those.
Yeah.
But not the Canadian. He sent me a scan of the American.
No, I have no idea what's on the back. Oh, there's the back there, I guess.
I'm not gonna print the back like that with a.
From 66.
Yeah, there's nothing on the back.
I see no reason in doing it if he's already got one, or if he's just looking at it.
Well, I don't think he's got one, because they are expensive. So he'd be interested in getting a reproduction, I guess. I'll get the scans for him.
Well, I don't think my guys will get to do it because that's got to be bigger than 13 by 13 by the time you get it on a board.
I don't know. What's it say here?
Why does it have the 3 holes in it?
They put it in a binder.
They're in binders. So the salesman would go to the store and he'd pull it out of the binder and give it to the store owner as a promotional.
Or just show it to them in a binder of all new.
One of only 2 confirmed. Well, there's more than 2 out there, but yeah, I'll quiz them about it, see if I can get dimension information and all that kind of stuff. There's not a lot here, but I'll see what I can get from them.
Yeah, the hardest part of any of that is going to be when you're trying to make something that's uncropped, so it's even bigger, and then you've got a whole nother dealing with the coloring situation because that's definitely old. You can see the age in it. And then I like what we did, and I took the mono and stereos further than they were. Like he has other mono and stereos he released now too, and they're all as close as you're going to get, except for unless I can get the 4 colors from my friend out in Washington, I'm not going to get it any closer.
Yeah, the only complaint you have is in that PARS logo that we were struggling with, but that's.
What are you going to do?
Well, you see, they got a good attitude about it because Serge, the guy who's interested, he says, he says that's, and he agrees with me. He says we're not trying to make counterfeits. He says that's what makes it a reproduction. We're not trying to get exact duplicates here. But he's really pleased with it. Like he's over the moon. Like I was.
I found out about the PARS logo right after everything was done and printed. The stuff.
Yeah.
So I sent it back and I said, look, it's so tiny. I said, doesn't matter. Just move it up. And he did move it up to Ringo's elbow.
Yeah.
It kind of belongs a little bit higher than ours. But I said, I'm not going to go through and go back and try to put the little PARS so small you can barely see it.
Yeah.
It says one line, then it says PARS.
It doesn't faze me a bit, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I couldn't even get. I asked you, film, shine in there close as you.
Well, some of the comments I heard are just ridiculous. Like they said, no, I'm not going to get that. I'm going to wait to get a real one. Well, asshole, the real ones don't exist. Like seriously. Like you there's maybe 2 that have been uncovered in the wild, and they're easily 5 figures. So if you think you're actually going to have one in your collection, you're dreaming.
Well, even a nice butcher is going to cost you $1,500 minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just if it's like a first state, not first state, strip.
Well, see, the Canadian ones are even more rare. So, I mean, you can multiply that by 10. That's the thing.
You're never going to find them. I mean, I've got 2 stereo paste overs, and it's like $2,000 by the time you get it stripped. If you find a nice paste over, it's $500 to strip it. Then you're looking
I can buy a lot of records for $2,000.
I've got mine hanging on the wall here. I'm looking at it. I couldn't tell you the difference between a real one or a fake one right this distance because this gentleman I thought put out the nicest quality.
Oh, he did. Yeah, and they agree. Like the guys I'm talking, they agree. Like they've got a good attitude about it.
If someone makes a better one, I'll buy that from them. I mean, that's all.
Yeah. Well, good luck there. I don't think there's a better one to be had.
But you saw some from the '90s or something. You told me. And nobody's. I haven't seen one of the original ones you saw. I did see somebody else's version of it, but it was completely wrong.
Yeah,
they didn't have all the right markings.
Yeah.
So I think you did the best job.
Sounds like you're going to need a magnifying glass to tell the difference between something made, recently and something that's original.
Well, it's like I said, we're not trying to make counterfeits. It's just about an affordable reproduction for people who aren't ever going to have the chance to have a real one.
Well, but aren't those people who have those reproductions going to try to pass it off as an original?
Well, I've got guys on eBay trying to do that. There was a guy in England selling one here a couple of years ago, and I blew the whistle on him.
Yeah, he was selling a Japanese one, trying to pass it off. The guy in Japan tried to pass a fake one off from Japan.
Yeah,
Japan ones have a little darker color, and I said that's not real. You stop it.
Oh, this one the guy in England was selling, it was so obviously not real. Like it wasn't even the right generation. It was a second generation rainbow.
Oh,
It's like, you know, like you're not even in the ballpark, pal.
Yeah, but he's looking for somebody who doesn't know any better.
Well, exactly, looking for a sucker. So I blew the whistle on him. I wrote him and then I reported him to eBay.
Hmm. And then all of a sudden that auction's
He disappeared. Yeah, the auction came down pretty quick.
I'm just hoping nobody stops him from doing what he's doing. He calls them fantasy covers, and that's all his covers.
He's not trying to sell it as
Or
anything.
anyone to stop him because
Yeah.
I like these things being available to us. Like I have a different Christmas album. I got a different alternate cover. I like someone being able to do that for us because we're not trying to rip anyone off. He's not trying to say it's a real one. Not even saying it's a fake one. It's not even a reproduction. It's a fantasy cover.
Yeah.
It really exists.
He's not trying to sell it as anything other than that. You know?
And it's just the price is a little bit, high. Some people think, well, $40 is high, but you know what? It's a lot to do these things. It's a lot of material.
A lot of work went into it.
And the printing itself, I don't have a printer that prints 13.5 by 13.5. It's a 1990s printer. He's babying a 30-year-old printer almost. You know what I mean? Just to be able to continue to do this. And after he's gone, who's going to do it? That's my problem. My knife broke. I'm using this. I got to hand feed these one at a time because my good printer, after 25 years, I've been rebuilding it. I got tired of rebuilding it with other printers. I just got new one, and they're not as good.
Sure.
They're a pain in the butt. So I sit here all day, one at a time, doing these dumb things. I wanted to join you guys, though. I don't know what's going on over here. Boston Space is the last thing I saw. But my wife said, well, make sure you do some work while you're down there.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I'm going to go over and try the pull the plug and hold the button for 20 seconds trick.
Yeah, pull the plug first, and then hold the button to release it.
See if that works.
Yeah.
We'll be praying for you.
It's just something I used to tell some customers.
If he doesn't come back, we know he electrocuted himself.
Well, I know I've done computers for 33 years, or not 33 years, 28 years, whatever, since 1993.
Yeah.
And that was one way if you had an issue. But he sounds like he's got a noise going on, and sometimes
it could be his hard drive is gone. It won't read it anymore.
It is going. It depends if it's going click 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 or what. You got to hear the noise. Like without hearing the noise, I don't know what it is. Mine was acting up today, so I thought I used a little tiny baby one, like it's 4 inches by 4 inches, and I use that upstairs on the TV just for streaming and watching all you guys when I want to. My workhorse is down here, and I can get those for $199. Little tiny 6 gigabyte RAM with 120 gigabyte.
What happened?
Oh, well, I did the pull the plug, hold the button for 20 seconds.
Correct.
Plugged it back in.
Right.
And now I'm going to start it up again, and maybe you'll hear the.
I'll listen. I will listen.
Okay, here we go. Okay, power on. See how far we get.
Beeping.
That's a beep. That beep's coming. You got to get into the BIOS. That's a BIOS beep.
Ooh. Yeah, that's what it's doing. The little red light comes on,
and you got to count the number of beeps. Get online on your phone if you have one, and then you would say, "I have an Hayward Packard blah 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 BIOS beeping 4 straight, 1 short, 2 long, or 2 long, 1 short." It'll tell you if you listen to it. There's a pattern. Like
okay, let me go count beeps.
And it'll tell you based on the beep pattern what might be wrong with your motherboard or BIOS. It could be a battery, because if it's like 6 or 8 years old and you haven't changed the CMOS battery, the date and everything be screwed up, and it needs to have you enter the CMOS and correct that after you change the battery. But there's usually a pattern to the beeps. 1 long, 2 short, 4 long, 4 short,
Right.
And I can hear it, but I can't make out the pattern. Do your dogs hear it, Paul?
Okay, 5 short beeps.
All right, well, give me what brand is it?
HP.
HP 2750, 970.
Oh gosh, I don't know. That thing's ancient.
Text me later. If you have phone still, you still own a phone?
I 5 short beeps.
You can call me and I'll look it up for you once I know the model number.
It probably says, "Computer is dead. Please replace."
Well, it could be, but you may just have to replace the actual battery off the motherboard. It's only like a 2032 battery is like $3. I mean, if you're lucky, it's just a CMOS battery, and it's not reading the CMOS anymore properly. And so, when you can first change the battery, if you're lucky to get in, you'll like quickly tap like F12 or F10 or F1 based on whatever they want you to do based on that brand name to get into the BIOS, and you can see what the beeps are about.
But yeah, that's what it's doing.
Yeah, the beeps tell me it's internal, and it tells me that I have to count how many beeps, short or long, and then I look it up and see what they say.
5 short.
Okay.
5
Once
short.
I know the model number, it'll help. You can always call me. Unless Paul's got something to say. I mean, I'm not trying to say.
No, I'm not a hardware guy. You're the guy.
I'm not saying I know everything, but releasing the capacitor stuff was just to see if it was a power issue.
I'm a software guy. I don't know beans about the hardware.
Yeah, and that app is amazing looking. The one you had on your phone.
Yeah, well, that's Android. That's an Android app. I was teaching that stuff for a time, and yeah, it came in pretty handy.
Yeah, but you make that thing. You made that.
Yeah.
It's got all the album covers and all that, and then you hit which one you're looking for.
It's just the Canadian albums.
Oh, I thought you had them all on there.
No, it's just the Canadian albums.
Oh, okay.
But
they can for the US using the same IP.
Oh yeah, I could use the same app and just convert it to US.
That's pretty stunning.
I don't know beans about the US pressings really, so I stick to what I know.
I got the Capital book by what's his name and my own knowledge from growing up, but there is an Apple book, there's a Capital book, there's some information even that may be still missing from him,
There's a couple of sources now on like one is I just got last week. It's written in French. Jeez.
I think you got
Just say be quiet and French.
Hey,
come on, Brady.
Get out.
Introducing.
No,
These are the inserts that go inside.
Oh, well, that's not the cover. That's an insert.
Yeah, these are the inserts. I told them, you got a few of those with the inserts. I do too good of a job sometimes. Where I give them inserts, I give them nice labels, I give them nice covers, and kind of.
Vann has our day's night. Yay!
I ranked mine, but it didn't write it down. All I remember is number. The last one was the last one in the album, anyways, and then the first one was Hard Day's Night. So they didn't move position.
Hey, my favorite track on Hard Day's Night is If I Fell.
If
I just got done listening to the whole. I just got done listening to the whole in my radio, and my favorite track is is If I Fell because I reviewed all tracks.
I don't want to turn my back on you. I've got a bunch of labels. It's okay.
And you know what I like listening to Hard Day's Night on more? I like listening to it more on vinyl than CD.
Because it probably sounds better. Oh, look, we got stuff. Yay!
Brady told you had stuff. What a nice dog.
What is that?
All right. Unboxing.
Should I do an unboxing?
Unboxing.
All right, let me do an unboxing.
Live for all
You keep Paul big.
Wow, this is exciting.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh my god! I wonder what he's gonna unbox this time.
We'll find out.
Well, I know what this one is.
Well, that one square box is a little confusing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't remember ordering anything like that.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Gotta make sure it's ticking before I open it.
True. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. You're getting good at that.
Gotten good at that over the years.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so it's another
Rolling Stones? No.
What? No, Golden Earring. Ooh. Wow.
So this album was never released in North America.
Never seen it before. True.
And, well, I've seen it, but it was never released in North America. It came out in 1972. It's the album before Moontan.
Okay. Would that be their first or second album? Or?
Oh, no, goodness, no. This one's like their seventh, eighth, seventh album, maybe, something like that.
It goes to show when they got big in America.
Well, their first album was 65, so this is 72.
Holy cow. Wow.
So I better check before I. Okay, so there's the guys.
Look at
So those are the same four guys that are still the band.
Well, I thought since the one guy had the health problems, they were going to quit.
Yeah, they have. George Quinlan's the guitarist.
Okay.
He's got ALS. It's a real. I'm bummed out about it. It's a real bad thing. Oh, where do you see the vinyl? Oh.
Well, this is an import.
Give me a drum roll.
Brrr. Ooh.
Pretty.
Oh, pretty. Wow.
Limeade.
It's lime.
Looks like baby barf.
Oops.
Well, from here it looks lime.
Yeah.
But can you see it's like it's marbly, eh? Can you see that?
You can see some lime.
Yeah, it's kind of a lime. It looks like Mountain Dew.
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
Like they got lazy.
Ooh, that's pretty
Anyway.
impressive. Now, was that an import?
Yeah, well, it's this music on vinyl. I think I'm not sure where they're made. It is probably an import. Yeah, let's see, they're probably made in Germany or something like that. Let's see here, released in 2000. Red Bullets. Doesn't really say, but yeah, I think they're European made.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. Would we know any of the songs off it?
You know, I don't know if you would or not. I don't know if I do, to be honest. Well, I got the CD, but I don't.
Oh, so like this isn't the first time you've seen this?
Well, Buddy Joe's one they play in concert, and Jangaline is a popular kind of acoustic one. So you might have heard those.
What's the name of it?
It's called Together.
I know I've got it.
Yeah, it's part of that box set.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 72.
Yep.
Just before the other one. Yep.
Yeah, just before Moontan.
And mine got 8 tracks on it.
Yep.
Wow.
Sounds right.
Even Robert P. knows his golden earring.
The CDs are good enough for me. I can't afford
There you
the expense of.
There they are.
Very nice. Very nice.
Hey, you gonna do the other one too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is, guys.
That's the bomb.
I got 6.
Yeah.
All of that in.
Pretty quiet. I have no idea what this is. I can't remember ordering it.
Sure, it's got your name on it. It might have been from the neighbors.
Well, if it was, it's mine now.
Whoa, cool.
I've always wondered if a neighbor got something cool. They'd tell me if they got it, like they opened it by mistake.
I've had stuff, and I just run it over to whomever. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, it's
The back
it's
cover.
supposed to come tomorrow. There's a story behind this. Okay, so here's what it is.
Oh, it's a puzzle.
Oh, what is that? Looks like a puzzle.
The magic 100 Beatles songs are inside every. You have to guess where the Beatles songs are. You know?
Yeah.
Ron says, it's mine now.
So I've already built the puzzle, but it had a piece missing.
Really?
So, because I want to put it on my wall, I want to frame it and put it on my wall.
Why
So
is
I
it
had to get it
in a
again.
box?
I'm not going to build it again. I'm just going to see if I can find the piece.
Oh, great. 3,000. What did it say? 3,000 pieces?
3,000 pieces. I worked on it for over a year.
And you got to find one.
I bought it because I thought it's something my wife and I could work on together, and I got it in the house. And she says, "I hate jigsaw puzzles." Oh, okay.
30 or 12 years or whatever to decide that.
Why is the box so big?
Well, I don't know. You mean the box that came in?
Yeah, it looks like a.
Well, they got a
No,
standard
no,
size.
no, 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 not that box. The box of the. Yeah. Well,
It's not that big.
it looks like a toaster.
Well, kind of.
Yeah. So like,
Well, it's a lot of pieces, like it's,
how are the pieces like? I don't know.
there's 3,000 of them.
And you were missing one.
I'm missing one. Well, that and Brady got hold of one and he kind of chewed it up a bit too. So
Wow.
Well, we didn't
Anyway.
buy Amazon for that. No, I'm kidding. No,
life is interesting around here, I got to tell you.
Now, my next question is, how were they packaged?
How do you mean?
In the box, were they
Oh.
loose, or did they have some sort of? Okay, they did. Okay, because the last thing Joe Mayo got was in the box and it was loose, and when he goes to open it and see what it is, being that it had been loose in the box and banging around for a couple days,
Well, I'll tell you another one. I got
he wasn't very happy.
I got this one in recently,
Yeah. Okay, show us the damage.
and no damage, but it wasn't in a box at all. They just stuck the label on the shrink wrap.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't even get a box with it.
that's cheap.
Boy, that's pretty low coming from Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get cheap. I got a Harrison one once. They just shipped out like that. It was in a box, but it was loose. And it went all over the place. It came all dented up. And I said, hey, send a picture. And they sent me a new one and said, keep the old one. So I gave it to
I
somebody.
got one of those Rolling Stones from the vault ones. It was a used one. I got it cheap, so I thought, well, it can't be that bad. I got it here, and they had no box, no shrink wrap, and they had put packing tape around it.
Man.
And it's like, you got to be kidding me. So I did, miracle of miracles, I did manage to get it off without doing just a wee bit of damage.
Hey, Ray.
But I just thought, come on, guys, geez. I sent them a note back and said, look, what kind of moron does this?
Only one from Amazon, apparently.
Unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. They put that plastic packing tape right on the album jacket. Anyway.
Like, don't they know this is supposed to be for collectors and not to be fooled?
Getting all my printing done.
Wow.
Well, it's part of the package, right? It's part of the art. You don't mess around with that stuff.
No,
Good thing I didn't order the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, especially if it's got hype stickers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, it didn't have any hype stickers because it was used. It didn't have the original shrink wrap, but
Wow.
it was about half the price. So I figured, well, we'll get that.
I don't know. Things are getting lax at Amazon, it sounds like.
Well, they're getting too big for their britches, right?
Oh, they're basically the only game in town.
Well, that's what they wanted.
Yeah, that's what they wanted, so they can, we'll just send it off with no packaging or, like, show them that the box with, upside down with the little smile upside down, like, this is how Amazon treats their customers.
Yeah.
Not very good. Ray says, hello.
I bought some of their warehouse.
AIR, how's it going, my liege?
Hmm.
He's actually the king. I'm just the president.
You're only the Duke.
I woke up at 4:30 in the morning just by chance, and Ray was on last night live, so I got on for a few minutes. But I'm like, I'm too damn tired to sit here. And now you wake up out of your chair and go move to the bedroom or whatever. I'm like,
Ray takes energy. I know he's.
well, he's just playing music, but I'm like, I can't stay up any longer. I tried. I had to go to bed.
Too much for me, I think. Heck, I got up at just short of 10 o'clock this morning.
Just short of 10, man. My back would kill me.
I was up at about 8. I got up around 8.
Hmm.
I'm hosting we do our church service on Zoom, so I host that. So I got to be up and get ready for that, all that kind of stuff. So
I fell asleep this morning and had an actual Beatles dream.
what's your hair?
It must have worked out that way, yeah, but I had a Beatles dream this morning.
Wow.
Yes. Paul McCartney was in the neighborhood.
There you go.
Yes, and he was at my friend's house playing in the front window on a keyboard. And I'm walking by and I'm going like, holy crap, there's Paul McCartney in my friend's house in the window, and he's just playing nothing, really. But he's in the window, and I'm sitting there like this is fantastic. Paul shuts the window. I run to the door. I'm going like, what the heck is Paul McCartney doing in your house? He says, oh, he's got a show in the park next door, and he's staying at my house preparing for it. And I says, well, if I run home and get something to sign, do you think it's, oh, no, not enough time for that. He's got to do his show. And I says, well, can you get me a ticket then? So he goes in the house, and I could see him in the window talking to Paul, like, blah, 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 and he comes out with a ticket. And I went, ever cool. So he's got to leave for his show, and the show's next to the door in the park. Better get in line to get in. Well, the park was just mass of people. So it's like, it's shoulder to shoulder. I give the ticket, I waddle my way in, and the show had already started. Paul was playing, and I woke up. So
You have very logical, well-ordered dreams.
I amaze my mother with them. Because I'd go, guess what I dreamt about today? And she'd be going like, you have the weirdest dreams.
I dreamt my bridge fell out and I couldn't replace it.
Oh, yes.
Your dream was better.
Ray doesn't like my haircut. Oh, won't be permanent. Oh, don't worry, it didn't take much permanent to do.
Ray, don't you think he looks like Mr. Spock? I thought as soon as I saw it, so he's doing the Star Trek thing.
Yeah, I just need to point to your ears. That's
You need the pointy ears.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds logical. Yeah, I guess. See, there's that.
The alternate universe.
Yeah, I got my Mo Howard going.
Yeah, it could be a Mo Howard thing too.
Easily. As soon as I looked in the mirror, first thing I thought, Mo. But I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to do today. Being that it was Fab Gab over at Joe Mayo's and that sort of thing. I says, I'll just leave it going to a Beatle haircut. No, it's not Henry V.
Yeah, you're right. He does kind of look like Friar Tuck a little bit there with the.
Well,
3 beards and 4 glasses. There you go. You got them almost full.
well, hopefully I'll get
pull a ponytail over this way so it looks like he's got a beard. We'll all match.
Well, hopefully I'll get a real haircut this week. I'm hoping that the barber shops are open this week. So,
Well, mine, I was supposed to go a couple of weeks ago. She's in a retirement home, and one of the staff came down with COVID, so they went into lockdown for 2 weeks. So I had to wait to get mine done. So I'm heading in tomorrow to get mine cut. But yeah, it happened.
It seems like here, when you see the stats on where the cases are, it's all in the old folks' homes.
Well, they're vulnerable.
Yeah, so on the site, it's got where the outbreaks are, and they're all in the.
Right now, they should know that and keep them protected. That stuff doesn't make sense to me.
Well, there's really no excuse for it now. That's the thing.
It's been a long time. We know where it hits hardest, right?
Doc.
Yes.
Wait. So, do you want to hear what Mom? Do you want to hear his dream, Mom? What?
I'm not going through the whole story again. No. I'm not going through the whole story again. Once was enough. Watch the rerun.
Your story or his story?
I think that she was going to have me recount the whole dream sequence for her.
Oh.
No, I'm not going to go through all that.
Doesn't John Sebastian have a song about I Had a Dream or something? Remember that?
Oh, yes.
Fucking Spoonful.
I had a dream.
He did it on Woodstock. I can just hear that in my background now.
Oh, you got it playing right now?
No, I'm just saying it's playing in my head now that you've said I had a dream. I was hearing John Sebastian in the back.
Earworm.
Oops. I used to do that at the office. You know how you wake up with a song in your head? And then when I get to work, I'd stop at each person's office and they'd want to hear a song, and I'd sing with, now it's stuck in my head.
Right.
Thank you. Move on to the next one. Just spread the love.
Yep. I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got to try to get that out of there.
Wait,
Thank
dog.
you.
Melanie.
Hey, dog.
Yes.
What time do you usually end your stream? Like, do you end it in 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours?
It should be done in about half an hour, if not earlier.
I thought it would be longer than that, but I thought you had an hour left, but I guess yeah.
When his tummy tells him.
I started at 4 o'clock.
What's for supper tonight, Doc?
Leftover spaghetti.
Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had spaghetti in ages.
Oh yeah, I made some spaghetti back on Friday.
Because my daughter just had that baby and she can't really cook, so we made her. What was it? I made a big pot of chili and took it to her yesterday. Or gave it to her yesterday. We're making potato soup today, which my wife already made. Sending that, and I'm making enchiladas and spaghetti with meatballs during the week. And I should be
Loxley.
getting Hunter from tonight until Wednesday night. I'll have them. Then I'll send them back home for a day. But they live like an hour and 20 minutes from me, so I don't drive. So you want me to watch them, you drop them off, and I'll watch them for 3-4 days in a row. Because she's got the baby to take care of. She ain't got time for him. The baby was born 4 weeks early. She's about that big.
Wow.
5 pounds. And she's jaundiced, so she's under lights and a special lighted blanket. She looks like CP3PO underneath this blue lighted blanket at home.
So why do they put them under lights? Is that for jaundice or what is that?
Yeah, she got jaundice, and if a baby has jaundice for too long, their liver fails.
Yeah.
Liver thing. So
right.
They've got to get them under lights, and since it's crappy outside, you can't just take the baby and sit on the porch.
So it must be like a vitamin D thing then.
Wait, Robert. What time is it where you live?
It's 5:33.057.
But and here it's like 3. No. Here it's like 2:33 in California, Southern California. How about where you
same
live?
here.
How about? Yeah, you live in British Columbia, right?
Yeah, I'm in BC. Yeah.
Well, long story short, the baby was born 4 weeks early, so she has a little bit less whatever it is she needs, and it takes about a week of under lights and everything. And she's been back and forth to the hospital for the last 3 days, so you're on the go with it, you know. And then,
so the baby, she's not like in the hospital the whole time, right?
No, she was in there for 12 hours yesterday, and she was in there like 10 hours the day before. Because once they put her under the lights there at the hospital, then you got to wait to see if it did any good, check her numbers. If it's okay, they send her home. They say come back in the morning, check her again. Then this
Mom.
kind of blanket, because once they have this blanket thing, it's supposed to help her.
Okay.
I'll not that anybody cares, but none of you can see it. But
I think
I got hit the button.
You sent me a picture of the baby and the mom. I know.
Right. That one there is my granddaughter, and my grandson's doing really good.
Yeah.
He was just born.
This is in Alaska.
Yeah, this one in Alaska, he's doing fine. That's him.
Oh, wow.
He's got no worries. Look at that.
He's an Army brat.
And he's a true American.
With the stars and stripes there.
In the Army, they wrap him up in whatever you call that. So I've been kind of boasting all week about my grandkids. I know people are
It's
like,
very patriotic looking.
I got nothing else going on. I got no vinyl to show you, but I'll show you my grandkids.
Well, all are doing well, right?
And my artwork, I got that going.
Yeah.
I gotta find a new project.
Yeah, so
I gotta find a new project after this one. I don't know what I'm gonna make next.
Oh, I'll come up with something.
Well, between you and Brad, it keeps me busy. He always has something. Oh, I need one of there. It's interesting, I like a challenge. I can't do everything people ask, but I try. I think I'm done printing though. That was nice. Thank you, Doc. I was able to sit here and print. And I just got all I think I 80. How many more? I got 50, 20 done. So I've got 70. I got 50 more CDs to burn in the next 2 days. But I got all the artwork done, all the labels done. I just got to cut them out.
Did I send you the photos for the Russian Hey Jude album?
I haven't worked on that yet, Paul. That's on my back burner. I have it.
Okay.
I was going to see if I could find better artwork, but I have the song list. I got the artwork list. I don't think the quality was any different.
So actually, can I call Paul FitToBe TieDyed, or should I just call him Paul?
I apologize.
Just call me Paul.
or you can call them buckhorn. Or
Buckhorn.
I'm sorry, Paul.
Wait, Paul. So are
Sorry,
you
Bobby.
are
Sorry,
you American or are you Canadian?
I'm a Canadian, eh?
Cool. Wait,
Northern America.
do Canadians have the same language or do they have different?
we have different languages.
Yeah, Doc and I don't speak the same language at
Do
all.
you understand him?
Whatever you speak,
We have we actually have 2 official languages in Canada: English and French.
Whoa, French and English.
But nobody speaks French.
Yeah.
Well, they do in Quebec, but outside of Quebec, not many people speak French.
Paul, don't you have your Canada sweatshirt on?
What's that?
Don't you have your Canada sweatshirt on? It looks like it.
No, my Pender. Well, Pender Island, yeah.
Oh yeah, Canada. I thought so. It's the same one. Yeah. It's the same one you've been wearing lately.
Yeah, I probably should wash it one of these weeks.
Hey, has it been snowing there?
Not here, no. We had snow last week. It's raining here today.
Well, by Tuesday, Dr. Clayman, we're going to be in at least close to 40.
Yeah.
It was 7 degrees when I woke up this morning.
Yeah. Last time I checked for temperature, I think it said 21.
Wait, what state does Robert Pete live in?
I live in Michigan. Address 77777.
So that it snows there?
Yeah, I had 8 inches a couple of days ago.
Wait, it snowed there already today?
Yeah.
Not today. Yeah, it snowed yesterday about 1.5 inches, about 6 or 7 inches a couple of days before that, and then about 1.5 inches. Our normal snows right now have been only about 1.5 inches each time to 2 inches. And we got one big one.
Wait, is it melted all the way?
No. I got at least. I showed a picture. I don't know if it was on Doc's or somebody's yesterday. I showed a picture of my grandson walking through it, and it went up to his waist.
Mom,
They go, well, he's only 2 foot
I
tall.
need you. That's very cool about the snow, like, because over in Southern California, it doesn't really snow.
You're not missing anything.
You're not
It
missing
only
it.
it only snows like up in a mountain, like.
It looks great until you have to go out.
I
Exactly.
probably can't find it, but it was a cool picture I took last year. It snowed, and I have a really like an industrial size slide, like you'd find in a schoolyard. For some reason, people went overkill, and all the snow came down the slide, and at the bottom, it went back and forth, and it looked like ribbon candy from Christmas. It
Oh, neat.
was really cool. I took a picture of it. I don't think I can find it now, but that was the coolest thing I took a picture of since last year anyway.
Come over here. I need to show you this.
That's in Tennessee. They had the first snow they've had in quite a while.
Yeah.
I can't really speak to it.
It's up to their knees.
Are
Wait,
they
they haven't
Eastern
had-
or Western
they-
Tennessee?
They have
20 miles, just right in the middle, like right near Nashville, 20 miles.
Okay, so they're
Wait.
central. Yeah.
they usually never have snow there. What?
And Alaska, they got quite heavy snow. But
I
overall,
spy for the FBI.
I think almost every southern state got a little more snow than they're used to.
Yeah, and Texas got all that ice and stuff. That was crazy.
Yeah, Texas got hit
Paul.
hard. It's a shame, too, because they did like 10 years ago. They had something similar, and I was hoping they would learn to wrap their pipes after that.
And it's drove all the oil prices up. So like gas here is
Well,
like
everything drives the oil prices up. Any excuse at all, right?
It's
Hey,
up
Paul.
to 18 a liter. Holy crap!
A sheik catches a cold, and that puts the price of oil up.
Well, I won't go left or right, but since somebody said they won't be shutting down that pipeline,
Hey, Paul.
started it going up. As soon as they said the pipeline's going to be shut, it started going up, and then they stopped fracking. Now it's going to go up and up. Once they got all that stuff stopped, it's just going.
Boy, that really put a one into Canada when he shut down that pipeline. It's like, thanks a lot, Joe.
Paul.
Unbelievable! What a moron.
Paul.
I try not to play left or right.
So actually, about my dog. Do you want to see my puppy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mom, I want to show them my puppy, Mom.
Yes,
The only thing I can say,
No.
Paul,
Then where is it? Is it outside still? Okay, my mom said it's still outside.
Oh well, that's okay.
the only thing that was good about what happened is I have
But she will probably get it
I got to start another CD off.
right now.
The only thing good about what happened was I had some MPC and it went through the roof. So happy.
Yeah.
I had some refinery stock and it went. I'm like, thank you.
Well, the cracks in the armor are already showing. Like the stuff that's coming out of Washington, everybody just shaking their heads, right?
Ditmer,
what goes around comes around, right?
Our governor here says they're going to stop the pipeline we have coming from Mackinac Island.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, what are they going to do? You can't make Mackinac Island.
It's all about the globalist agenda. Who doesn't want America getting oil? It's the sheiks.
I'd
Paul,
like to be independent. I like to say, look, I don't mind $2.40.
Yeah, but the globalists don't want you to be independent. That's the problem.
I'm willing to share whatever I have. That's not the point. I have social aspects to my life. Hey,
I want to know if anybody knows this artist.
food, I'll help you. You need gas, I'll help you. You need something for your children, we'll help you. But to go through this where you're just going to shut everything down. Look, it's supposed to be bring new stuff in and slowly change. Bring new stuff in and slowly
follow the money, Robert. Follow the money, and you'll find your answer.
Paul?
That's the problem.
You'll find your answer.
My grandkids.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, Van.
Van will pay for it.
Where's your puppy? I thought we were going to see your puppy.
Go outside playing.
Wait, I'll show my puppy. But I gotta ask you guys something first before I show it. Does anybody know Gordon Lightfoot?
Oh, yes.
Not personally.
Big Gordon Lightfoot fan.
But where was he? He was from Toronto, right?
Well, he lives in Toronto. He's from Orillia, actually. Which is north of Toronto.
What province or territory is that?
That's Ontario.
Ontario. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But he lives in Toronto.
Mom, he said he thought I was gonna show my puppy, Mom.
Okay, that's enough of that. Meanwhile, where'd Robert go?
I'm here.
All of a sudden, he's gone.
I just turned my back to. I don't see them come out of the printer. They're curved from the heat, so I have to put them underneath some weight before I try to cut them later tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a sledgehammer to my other computer. I think that's the best thing to do is to threaten it, and then it'll work.
Well, I was going to suggest that earlier. Just show it your hammer. You don't have to hit it. Just say, okay, this is what's going to happen.
I've done that.
It may magically work.
It is a tower, right?
I have actually done that with a hammer. So I'm like, you work or else you're getting what.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and it comes on. It's actually happened. It's true.
That's right.
So right now, this thing over here just wants to beep and red light.
There's a red light, right? Okay, here we go. HP BIOS uses 5 beeps to indicate memory problems. I would try reseating all your memory first, and if that does not work, remove one memory bank at a time. You can also try to get into the BIOS and run the diagnostics, as this might give you more answers. And that's where this red beep, because I typed in right here, HP diagnosis red beep.
So his memory might be gone.
And it says HP desktop beeps 5 times.
Yep.
It talks about the red light to 5 beeps with all the memory modules. Yeah, one of his memory sticks either might be bad or going bad. If you're lucky, they're tandem. You can take one out. Test it, and then put the other one in, and then
I have to open that thing and.
Yeah. It's not hard to do, Doc. It's really
levers on each side. You just pop it down, pull it out carefully.
Oh wow!
Just do a YouTube search. You'll see how it's really quite easy. It's not hard to do at all.
Paul, dogs are so cute.
Oh yeah.
I haven't opened your computer in 7 years, and you've got to take it outside, unscrew it, take it outside, get any kind of air you've got, or air can, or just even a vacuum, and blow out all. You might have more dust in there than you think.
It could be just overheating from the dust.
You got tons and tons of dust on the fans and stuff. You may want to suck it all out or get a.
It's on the XP if that means anything.
I wonder if I could see Paul's dogs.
Oh, I don't know. They're quiet right now. I think we'll keep them that way.
You might have another Amazon shipment at your door.
Oh, no.
I don't know yet.
All hell will break loose.
Oh, yeah. Well,
it's possibly a memory issue, but how much it costs to replace a memory module.
How about if I just take it outside and just throw it off the balcony?
Yeah,
that would solve the problem.
That would solve the problem.
Well, you want to back up I don't know what you got on it, but you might.
Doc, before you do that, just make sure there's not a little old lady walking or small dogs.
Well, can you bring Willow in?
If you live near me, I would just go ahead and say drive down in 20 minutes. I'll fix you up and give it back to you nice and clean.
If the border was open, I'd certainly think of that. But
did that
Well, hey,
for a
you guys are close enough. Can't you just stand on either side of the river and yell back and forth to each other?
just about.
I got all the tools here. I got all the air here. I got everything to clean you up. I even got old memory modules here.
Wow.
You know, that might
I know we're only 40 miles apart.
A good slingshot,
Yeah.
you could just zip that stuff right over to you. You wouldn't even have to pay duty on it.
Yeah. If it wasn't for this COVID wrecking the border, it's been closed for almost a year now. So, it's just, I want to get over to America myself. I miss going. I got to buy some burners.
Well, besides
I'm
cleaning,
going to show you my dog Willow right
it may
now.
not be an expensive issue
Where
until
is
you
she?
can afford a new one. A memory module might be $30-$40.
Yeah, memory's not it's
no,
cheap.
just-
Memory's
Old
generally
memory's not easy to find. You may have to go to eBay or something to get it and take a chance.
Paul?
You're 6 or 8 years old. I don't know how old you are.
Yeah, I could have some memory here that I could send them to if it's depending on what it is.
Oh,
Paul?
what are those memory chip things?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one or two. They usually
They're usually
okay.
cards.
I'll show my dog now, okay, Paul?
Yeah. Let's see your dog, man.
Hey, Mom, he wants to see my dog. Okay, she in the tent? Okay. We're going to get her out of the tent right now.
Oh, well, if she's sleeping, don't
Talking
disturb
about
her.
that.
Oh, look at that.
Wait, move the camera down.
Oh, that's sweet.
Pomeranian.
Yay.
Oh, look at that.
More down.
Yay.
Aren't you a cute one?
Oh,
She does bark outside a lot, right?
That's okay. They're
At
supposed
the stray cat.
Yeah, but about Palma, he has
How old
dogs
is
that
she, Van?
How old is she, Van?
How old is
She'll
she?
be a year old in April.
A year old in April, right, Willow?
What is it? Pomeranian what?
Yeah,
Yes.
Pomeranian, yeah.
She's sweet. Look at that.
oh.
Yeah, I had one of those. You always got to trim its backside when she goes outside.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but Paul. So about one of these things, like when my dad used when my big dog barks, sometimes he gets irritated when my dogs bark. But you know what? He was yelling at his dogs, and his dogs are quiet now. And I told him, "Do you want me to show my dogs?" And he said he wants to keep them quiet because
She's a beautiful dog.
Thank you.
yeah, it's a girl.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thanks for showing.
Bye, Van's mom. Bye, doggy.
He
Nice.
said bye.
Bye.
Put your camera and see. I want to show them how you hold her.
How I hold her like that.
Aren't you she's a girl. She has a heart. That reminds me about Valentine's Day because I love her.
Yeah.
I didn't see your
That's
face,
great.
huh? Say hello.
All dogs are
Bye.
cool. All cats are tolerable.
Can I get off now and say goodbye?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Are we gonna do something?
Say bye.
Okay. Bye. I'm gonna
Bye,
see
Van.
you guys
Thanks for
later.
showing us your dog.
Yes.
Okay, that's his dog's crate right there.
Go
It's a
on.
girl. And bye. Her name is Willow.
Willow, the dog.
Bye,
Okay, I'll see
Willow.
you. Bye.
Bye.
But I got about 8 more minutes in me. I don't know what time you had. Were you quitting at 6?
Oh, he's probably going to go to 6, right? Are you going to go to
Yeah.
6, Doc?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that spaghetti out and throw it in the microwave
I know you got me thinking about
and
spaghetti.
have a party.
I made spaghetti last week
Yeah,
for the
I made
gentleman.
well, you've made spaghetti, right?
Yeah.
You know, you take it out of the thing and you crack
Right.
it, and throw it. Well, I was getting so that I was getting near the end of the package, so I'm going like, oh, I just need a little more. Oh hell, just put it all in, and then by the time I go to eat, I'm going like, oh, I think I've got leftovers.
That's us.
Well, you got to eat it up.
So I,
Well, I'm a
So-
diabetic. I can't have spaghetti but maybe once a week and very little
oh, why's that?
because the
Well,
carbs in it.
Carbohydrate value, yeah. You got to be careful.
Everything does it. I can't.
Oh, is that something to do with diabetics and that sort of thing?
Well, I'm diabetic as well. We have problems processing carbohydrates.
My average blood sugar goes from 140 up to 280 if I eat
Whoa, that's not
spaghetti.
good.
And I eat spaghetti. I take metformin. That's all I'm taking right now is metformin. But
Crab spaghetti, that's not.
yeah, I like oatmeal. I eat a bowl of oatmeal goes to 250. I can't really win, so I give up. I pick my poisons. Like I'd rather have a handful of good and plenty candy than bother, and I eat some asparagus.
Are you on insulin, Robert, or
I use metformin only.
metformin? Okay.
They give me something else called glucoside. It's like an extended thing. Then
Yeah.
500 metformin in the morning, 500 metformin in the evening,
Yeah.
and then glucoside once a day. And then I take a couple other things just for health. I mean, like NAC for my liver. I take a lot of pain pills for my liver.
Yeah, I've been on insulin since I was 18. And I find that type 1 is easier to manage than type 2. From what I hear.
Well, type 2 is what gets me even having trouble losing weight because the belly fat causes insulin resistance, and insulin resistance causes belly fat.
Yeah.
It's a circle. So unless I can, and when I do drop 40 pounds, like being vegan for 3 months or something, I'll drop it, but then I'll gain it right back. And as soon as I decide to eat one thing.
I have a friend who was he was in the hospital because of complications due to diabetes, but he had a real rough go. In fact, he's back in now for 9 months. He dropped a ton of weight, and when he came out, he was totally off his diabetic medication.
I got a friend like that now who's been in the hospital for over 6 months and down to 60 pounds, I think. He was like 100, and he's down to 240.
Yeah. Well, my buddy Charlie, he's right off all diabetic medication. He's not on anything.
When I was a vegan, I went from 7.2 to 5.7 or 5.9.
Yeah.
Big decrease for me, and almost off all medication. But I have to eat salads all freaking day, and
well,
I was allowed one bagel a week or something, and that was it. Like I had to.
Wes has been type 1. That's I was 17 Wes or 18 when I was diagnosed.
And I have to, I get tired too. There's only so many meats I like to begin with. It's not that I dislike meat or veganism. My wife's a vegan for 30 something. Well, we've been married 38 years. She's been a vegetarian.
So she's really strict, eh? She's full vegan.
Oh well, now she's 99. I'd say my daughter's full vegan. My other daughters are like mixed, but my wife was vegetarian for like 35 years. In the last 3, she's leaning more towards veganism. She gave up cheese, basically, gave up eggs and some milk. Like if it's in an ice cream, she might eat a little bit, but she says I shouldn't. And my daughter's crazy. She won't eat honey or nothing. I'm like, you're nuts. There's nothing wrong with honey. I like enslave the bees, make them work for their. I'm gonna do it anyway, whether I want it or not. Like we're enslaving bees. These vegans they're like protesting because you're enslaving bees. And I'm like, look, they're gonna
whatever. They're gonna do it with you. Yeah. I don't think the bees mind.
Without bees, everybody dies.
That's true. That's true.
I love all animals, and I eat everything with faces. I don't mind. Fish, animals. I stay away from pork a lot.
What do you got there, Doc?
Does anyone like Jolly Ranchers?
Cinnamon
oh my goodness!
I got a whole thingy full of Jolly Rancher candy.
I don't even know what they are. What are they like? They're candies, obviously.
They're hard candy that'll stick to your. If you bite them, they'll stick right to your tooth.
Oh, those kind, yeah.
But they're delicious, though.
They are.
I bet they are.
They are delicious. I got a whole thing full of them for a retirement gift.
Are they
You can mix them in with your spaghetti.
Yeah.
Are they cherry or cinnamon?
But I mean, like, I don't know how many's in here. This could be a contest. Guess how many's in the.
See, you could run a contest and give that to the winner.
200.
Yeah.
Cost you $40 to ship it.
Yeah, this is my 1,000 subscriber contest. Guess how many Jolly Ranchers are in the thing. Oh, Paul, you got another Amazon thing.
No, it's just him. Probably the squirrel this time.
Squirrel, whatever. I got a lot of candy to eat.
Your dog would love my backyard. I had a fox back there. I got one of those. They call them land. I don't know what they call them over by you. They're like groundhogs, big giant groundhog. I had one of those in the backyard, and then we had.
You're going to change into that James Blackwell guy or Black for whatever the heck his name is.
Oh, I don't feed them. I leave them. I don't feed them.
You seen that guy, Doc? The raccoon whisperer.
He doesn't come up on my recommended anymore.
Oh,
Because
47,000.
I was watching him.
I subscribed to him. I think he's a blast. I enjoy his stuff.
Well, it was the same thing every day. Like
I know.
out to and the raccoons would be on his shoulder, and here's some for you. Here's
He reminds me of Bubbles from the Trailer Park Boys.
But it was the same thing every day. So then I just quit watching, and then
Connor Cat.
yeah, and it doesn't come up in my recommended anymore. So
Uh,
I guess my what was it, James? What was it?
Blackwood, I think is his name.
Yeah, yeah. So he's got enough views as it is already. He's fine.
He's over he's like 500,000 subscribers.
I know.
Watching him feed raccoons for crying out
I
loud.
know that's the crazy thing. Like,
I
what?
just gotta start feeding animals on your show, and you'll get.
It takes me 3 hours to do a video, and I'm around 1,300 subscribers, and this guy's got 500,000 but feeding raccoons.
All you need is something like a
And
dog.
people send him stuff. He's getting all sorts of stuff. He got napkins the other day made out of raccoon faces.
Oh,
And they
Lord.
send them money for hot dogs too. They send
Yeah. It's amazing.
got a GoFundMe page for hot dogs.
Well, people love animals. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
said,
not
guys, though.
myself.
He dies. The guy moves into his house, and all of a sudden he opens the door and finds 400 raccoons.
Maybe I should start feeding YouTubers.
I have enough, Paul. Don't need to feed me. I am doing better. I was at my highest weight. I was 318. I averaged 305. But the last 3 years, I'm averaging 274 to 282. So I've come down.
Jeez, my wife just bought new scales. I just got in here yesterday. I got on them this morning. I'm 207.6 pounds.
And I wish, but I'm really proud. Actually, I'm proud of myself.
Of course, I'm 6'2", so maybe that's part of it. But
Well, I'm 5'5", and that's really pushing it. It makes a difference. If I was 6'2", 240, yeah, I could handle it.
yeah,
But I don't mind it. My wife, we eat good enough. Like today, I had potato soup made with cashews, cashew milk that she makes herself, and it was good.
it's a cruel world. Yeah, but Ray, what do you want? Quality or quantity? That's the thing, buddy. I subscribe to you, Ray. I don't subscribe to the other guy, so there it is, right there. I mean, I must be worth 100 subscribers alone, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, but Richard was showing peanut characters the other day, and still got 100 and something views out of that. What the heck?
Well, that's my problem with starting a channel. What do I show? What do I do?
What you got?
Yeah, but after I show you what I got is next to nothing.
Or Richard went after me because I subscribed to Ray, so I figured, fine, I won't subscribe to you.
Oh no, Richard and Ray are the best of buddies, man.
Yeah, well, that's good for them, but I'm not going to subscribe to Richard's
I
channel.
would like to get a GoPro. My grandson's got a GoPro. I said, let me borrow it. I was going to do a how-to video and show the process of making one of these mini CDs.
There you go.
So
The only trouble is I hope the FBI isn't watching.
Pardon me?
You better hope the FBI is not watching.
Well, it has nothing to do with legal or illegal. It has to do with if you have a cover you want to make for yourself for something you already own because you don't like the cover that came with it. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with making
Paul lost the tape, so he just has to sing an old song.
Yeah, they're talking about Broad Street.
Oh, okay. Still going on about that.
It's not as bad as they say. Broad Street.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Intelligentsia.
No, the movie's bad, but I like some of the. So it's like
The music's okay. The movie's terrible.
Magical Mystery Tour. If you take just the clips of the music, I love it. But the
Yeah, we know.
that looks more like hey,
We know.
I'd take it if it's coming along.
Hear that, Prince Valiant. Uh-oh.
It looks
Oh, Daddy's getting mad. Daddy's getting mad.
until you pointed it out, I didn't even notice it, Doc.
What the dog barking?
Your hair, until you pointed it out, I didn't actually notice right away. When
Oh, I got a bald spot. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I got one too. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well,
Anybody want a 3-year-old German Shepherd?
Actually, I would take one. I used to have a German Shepherd. I love that.
inspiration right there.
Oh, my
A
God.
miniature Shepherd. They never grew past
Brady's not miniature. He's
40 pounds.
grown.
40 pounds is all she got.
Oh, really? That's small.
It's
Brady's
very-
like 96.
And she had 3 litters of puppies, and each litter had 9 puppies.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
And one was born on my birthday in 1970. I remember that. That's how long ago I had her. But we've had dogs in my family my whole life. But now, because 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, I got rid of the dogs here. My daughter took them with them. But I've always had dogs in my house. either by me or my daughters. But now that they're all gone, I'm like, give me a couple years.
Our old one, my buddy Darby. I don't know if you were watching my channel when I had Darby, but he was like 110 pounds. He was a big boy.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
It's sad when they go. My
Yeah,
daughter,
I still miss him. It'll be 3 years on the 23rd, and man, I still miss him. He was a great dog.
the boxer my daughter had was my favorite grand puppy, and I called him Mocha, and they all called him Zayla, and I hated the name, so I called her Mocha, and she was my favorite dog, and she just was put down like 2 months ago because she had so many tumors. She could barely walk. It was just sad. And you're like, dirt nap time, whether you like it or not. But I miss her the most, and the other dogs. And you got a pet pig too, which is, and it tries to bite my fingers and stuff. It's in the house. I don't understand people keep a pig in their house. It's not dirty, it's just annoying.
You are Melinda's go-to beetle record expert. Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Wow,
Huh?
that's pretty impressive.
What's that?
That Melinda Murphy has to go to.
She calls me Yoda. Anyway, yeah, Melinda's into the Beatles.
That's pretty neat.
Your last couple of videos,
Do you
I've enjoyed them.
talk?
Said Paul's all the
Yeah.
last series he's been doing has been very good, label wise. I mean, I'll
Oh,
never.
yeah, that's. I like
It's
that.
a niche. I mean, I'm not getting a lot of people watching them, but I don't care. The guys that are watching are really into it, So I know you and Doc comment on them all, and that's great. I do it for guys like you.
You know what's funny though is that we're close to Ontario and stuff. We're not that far, Detroit. Where I live.
Right.
Yet even when I owned the record shop, we didn't get that many Canadian records. It just didn't fall this direction. Maybe
Yeah.
stuff went that way, but nothing came down. I've never seen a Canadian stuff until you showed me. I mean, I knew what they were. I've known them for years, but I just never saw one. The differences, I had seen the 2 or 3 because we looked for them in the 90s when we did the Ebbett stuff, but I don't know anything about it. And, they never had them in our. You flip through Peach's records or whatever. You had the UK, and that was it.
Well, yeah, I just decided, like, when I got back into records here, a few years ago, I just thought, it'd be kind of fun just to collect the Canadian pressings. Like, it's a lifelong thing. And I've slowly built it up, and it's just kind of, it's like collecting stamps. You get these different things.
Oh, excuse me. Well, that's my number 10.
It's expensive now, though. You can't get the deals anymore.
Well, I'd kind of like to have one of at least the.
I did one already.
And the other one, I wouldn't mind having the 3 vinyl. But
I may do a Rolling Stones top 10. I bet you can't. I bet
I'd done one a couple years ago.
I can.
And I did. No, I was going to say, I can't wait till our record store opens to get in the racks and start peeking in all the early Canadian ones to see what labels are in there, if I can.
Yeah.
I want to find some of these. What's in here?
Well, yeah. So there's a lot. I find there's a lot of purple ones still out there.
Well, that's from the 80s and stuff, right?
Yeah.
80s, 90s.
There's a lot. See, that was a new generation getting into them at that point.
But now you've got me curious to what I can find.
Yeah.
So,
I like
Well, you've probably got better selection in Ontario than I have out here. You're a bigger population, right? So.
Well, 250,000 in this area alone.
Yeah, but Ontario alone's like 13, 14 million people.
Oh yeah, once you get up to Toronto, sure. That's going to be a lot more fun to look.
Yeah.
Here, all I've got is I was going to say HMV, Sunrise, and Dr. Disc. And Dr. Disc is going to be the only one that has used stuff.
Yeah.
So that's
slim pickings, right?
So that's where I got to go to do some hunting and see what I can.
Do they have record shows around there?
They used to.
Yeah.
Like they used to have them at the Holiday Inn out on Huron Church.
You should try check out London. It's only like an hour and a half away or an hour away. I know there's one of the guys I'm connected to, a guy named Fred Young, he's in the London area, and I think there's some action going on there with record stores.
Well, don't worry. Now that I'm off of work, I can go places.
Well, London's only about an hour away, right?
2 hours.
2 hours?
But we're under that lockdown bit, so everything's closed.
Right.
So
Well, you gotta get the Mustang out and let it stretch its legs a little bit, though.
well, I plan to. But when everything's closed,
You know.
it's like, it's not an essential business if it doesn't sell food.
See, I don't get it because record stores are open here. Like, they're not shutting anything down here like that.
We're under the red zone, whatever that means.
Oh, whatever.
You're too close to Whitmer or
No parking in the red zone.
We're in the red zone. But I was hoping that would change last week, but it didn't look like it did. So that's why I can't get a haircut. All the barbershops are closed.
You just wonder how necessary it is. You know, you gotta ask yourself. You know, it seems like pretty extreme measures, but I don't know. I'm not an expert.
I don't know. But hey,
I'll have to go Good Night Tonight because I do not like the stretched version out of Lonely Nights. It goes on for like 12 minutes. It's too long.
I think this has become Ray's favorite album. He's sure talking about it a lot.
Even Good Night Tonight, I've heard it for 30 years. It's like even Hard Day's Night. I love it, but I take breaks too.
well, Ray and Richard were supposed to do a review on the movie of Broad Street, and I don't think it came out very well because Richard wouldn't watch it. So I think that just goes to show how good the movie was if he quit 20 minutes into it. So
I've seen it. I watched it. I even had the video of it. I don't think I have it anymore. It's on my server, but I've watched it once or twice in my life. It's just like,
yeah. But
watch Bangladesh or something decent.
amazingly enough, I did a review on Broad Street 2 weeks ago before all this started, and it only got 70 views.
Well, it's not one of his greatest albums.
Oh, I was talking about the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, so I did a review on the movie and it only got 70 views. It's like, gee, doesn't anybody care? Then a week later, everybody was talking about Broad Street. So,
was it an anniversary or something? I mean, I wasn't paying attention. That was 84 it came out or something.
you know what? It was just one morning I woke up and I said, I should put Broad Street on. Then I watched it. I got disgusted. And then I thought I should do a video about it and did. And that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And it's pretty funny because the one scene in it I don't mind, you hate. Where they do that Eleanor's Dream. It doesn't bother me.
It's got nothing to do with. This is called extending the movie. What can we do?
I'm just saying though, but it's reasonable music though. I'm listening to the orchestrated music, and I thought at least it's a decent scene. They all got dressed up. They're doing like a movie scene. At least it looks like they tried some effort. As well just running around.
I mean, it was a lazy review. What do you mean a lazy review? I even had stills from the damn thing.
He's going to be your devil's advocate no matter what.
The stills are more interesting than the movie.
Well, but I thought I did a good review, and it just went flat. Like nobody cared until a week later.
The ballroom dancing scene, it was okay. There's just a couple things like for the actual videos of the music itself. You cut everything else out. I can handle it.
Well, the thing was that screenplay by Paul McCartney. He wrote the thing. Paul cannot make a screenplay to save his life.
Well, see, that screenplay is just proof that Paul McCartney is a really good musician.
Yeah.
He tried with Magical, didn't work. Tried that, didn't work. I mean,
no. But I mean, the movie itself, like, oh my gosh, Paul's master tapes to his newest album are missing, and what are we gonna do without them? Well, Paul goes out and plays some songs. Then he goes somewhere else and plays some songs, makes a video for ballroom dancing and silly love songs, and has the Eleanor's Dream. What about these missing tapes, Paul? Like.
I want somebody to come up with the missing tapes that he lost when he got robbed there in Africa. That's the ones I want to see. Let's see those tapes come to light.
Ugh.
And they were just demos anyways, but it'd be cool to have, yeah.
It'd be cool to have those, yeah.
The jungle. What the hell's this? throw him in the jungle.
You have to go. Some monkeys lining his nest with him.
But the whole movie goes. All it is a bunch of music videos strung together with no plot. The plot
one
is
hand clapping is one hand clapping. They made a big deal of that. And the Rupert thing, it's like, okay, if you lived through it when you were a kid in England, that might be tolerable for you, but not for me. If you grew up with Rupert, maybe you love it, but I didn't grow up with it.
Well, Rupert's not very big over here, though.
Well, I'm just saying, in general, in England, he grew up with it. That's why he did it. But he also did one hand clapping, his Tennessee rehearsal stuff, and that was kind of boring. And I haven't seen.
Did you see his book, Grand Dude? Did you get the Grand Dude book?
No, I don't waste my money.
It was pretty good, actually.
I don't know.
My wife bought it. It's pretty good.
I'm busy being a grand dude. I don't need to buy it.
Well, get your kids the Grand Dude book.
Yeah, McCartney's Grand Dude. It's pretty good. It was well done.
I'm lucky if I can make them sit down for 5 seconds to read them anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Grand Dude book has got, 30 pages, give or take?
It's not very big, but it's a
not very
children's
big.
book,
I'm just guessing 30, maybe 20 pages.
Yeah, something like that. It's not many.
I'm right now on the red fish, blue fish, green fish, you fish, whatever. I'm doing those things right now.
But Paul's book, it's it's got one line to each page. So like if it's a 20-page book, all you had to do was write 20 lines with.
But it was well done. It was well illustrated. And it was a nice story. And
But how much was it? $35?
It wasn't much. No, it wasn't.
I think it was 25 to 30. I think.
Yeah, wasn't much.
But I found one. I actually went to chapters, and I'm going like.
I'll do a private chat. I'll sit Hunter on my lap, and you can read it to Hunter for me.
Yeah.
It'll take 3 minutes.
I don't want
Read me another, Grandpa.
I don't want to spend the $30. I can buy a pizza for $30, and it'll last longer. Sort of that, with me, anyways. It's my own opinion.
I was not impressed with Grand Dude. I'm sorry. I was looking for something a little more substantial.
I said it doesn't matter to me. It's people love it, and he's making money. He's doing a second one. He did.
I never really,
or something. He said.
I never really heard of people going like nuts over Grand Dude. Like, oh boy, what the best? What that was about? A year ago? I think.
I can't remember. A year and a half. Yeah. So I don't know. It was kind of just.
That just Paul McCartney trying to make.
Beatrice can live off of that. I think it's Beatrice is his youngest. I can't remember now. Is it Beatrice? She'll live off of that money. Don't worry. Don't worry about the McCartney kids.
I don't know. Gosh.
They'll be just fine. All the. I can't.
Well.
Roger Ebert called it idiotic. Ooh.
Oh, that's harsh.
That's pretty harsh.
I thought he was dead. The Roger Ebert dead?
Well,
I thought he was too.
Oh, he's talking about the movie. He's talking about the movie. Okay.
Oh, the movie, yeah.
I was gonna say he's died to be making something about the book.
Well, at least the album sold well.
I listened to it. I didn't mind it. I like the soundtrack. I listened to it. I like the boom, 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 with the new bass lines, the silly love songs.
I think I bought it used. There was a used copy when I bought it. I can't remember when, but
I think I made mine from a download.
I haven't pulled it out in 20 years.
Yeah.
I got other stuff to listen to.
Yeah.
I got 1972 Guess Who's to listen to now.
There you go.
There you go.
Guess Who? I got a lot of stuff. This gentleman on your left or on your left has helped me.
Have you played the live at the Paramount yet? Have you heard that?
I have. I enjoyed it. I also watched part of the video on YouTube. It was like a partial.
Yeah, have you got the full Well, it's not quite the full. There's still some songs, but they reissued that in the early 2000s, and it's like twice the tracks.
Let me tell you what I've got.
And it's great. It's the one. It starts off with Pain Train. That was actually the opening track for the concert. And it's a great album made better. The best live albums ever done, in my opinion.
I made a problem when I put all this crap on my phone at 300K or whatever you call it. And
I don't even have a cell phone anymore.
I listed it under the instead of just Guess Who.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have to go to the T's to find everything. and that was a mistake I made.
Yeah.
Okay, which album's it on? My brain isn't working right. Oh, here it is. Live at the Paramount. I've got 13 tracks.
Yeah, that's the bigger one. Yeah.
No Time is 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Share the Land 4, and the longest one I think here looks like American Woman at 16:53.
Yeah, there's a big drum solo in it.
Okay.
It's a great album. It's
That'll be a
really
band.
amazing. It shows you how that band could really rock. Like it's a good album.
I saw
It has good sound.
It's American Woman.
Probably sounds like crap, but to me,
I
it
know.
sounds
Well,
good. This actually puts out pretty good sound. I got these at 256 to 300K, and they sound, to me, just with my headphones on,
yeah, you need the earbuds.
they sound very nice. I'm happy with it, and I've got 2,000 albums on here.
Wow.
So.
Hmm.
Well, guys, I got to get back to work here. I
Me
got to
too.
catch up. I'm behind. And
He's gonna eat. You're going back to work. I'm gonna finish the labels on these 10 discs I
Yeah.
burned while I was waiting.
I'm going to go heat up some sketty.
have some scatty.
So, hey, thank you all guys for coming on and keeping me company.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
maybe
good to be here. Good seeing you guys.
I can't do that.
Stay clean, stay healthy.
We're trying. Okay, take care, guys.
Bye bye.
Later.